Hello and welcome to St. Louis Park Athletic Stadium. I'm Bruce Overend, joined by John Fromm tonight, and it's St. Louis Park Orioles taking on the DeLaSalle Islanders. St. Louis Park Orioles coming to this game at 1-6. For DeLaSalle, they're 2-5. It's senior night here at St. Louis Park. We're live feed here tonight, so we will cover the seniors and their parents being announced here as we wait for pick up a little of the PA as we go. St. Louis Park coming off a victory in their last game against 29-21 over Park Center. Nice win for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Their first win of the season after starting off the season at 0-6. So last game of the regular season for both teams. Sections will start as early as next Tuesday. Again, MEA weekend. Couple days off for the students, so games are played on Wednesday night instead of the normal Friday night. Game time temperature probably in the 40s right now.
Tonight we'll be honoring the seniors and their parents. First off, number 2, Deontay Stewart, escorted by Raven Harris and Coach Richardson. Deontay's favorite quote is, "Give it your all. I play football because it's exciting and creates a family." Number 5, Michael Howard, escorted by Katrina Morgan and Keyshawn Howard. "If you are afraid of failure, you don't
Michael
deserve
Howard,
to be successful."
Number
Charles
5
Barkley, "I play football because I love the game." Number 6, Arfat Jelani, escorted by Emran Jelani. "The grind don't stop, the tee stays green, and the lions stay roaring. I play football because one, altogether team sport, best sport, period." Number 10, Logan Romero, escorted by Charlene Romero and Franco Romero. "It takes 2 to tango. I play football because I just love it." Number 18, Zali Kaplan, escorted by Julie Hassan, Steve Kaplan, and Manny Kaplan. "When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful." Eric Thomas, "I play football because I love the game and the guys I play with it." Number 27, Noah Fracassi, escorted by Kelly and Al Fracassi. Favorite quote to live by: "An eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind." Gandhi, "I play football to hit people." Number 43, Josiah Morrow, escorted by Tanisha Pettis. Favorite quote: "Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. I play football because I love the game and have been playing pretty much all my life." Number 50, Michael Donahue, escorted by Jennifer and Kevin Donahue, Brianna and Erica, and Joseph. Favorite quote: "If you're going through hell, keep going." Winston Churchill, "I play football to learn how to work with others while being able to let out aggression." Number 53, Hassan Ahmed, escorted by Barlin. Favorite quote: "Live every day as if it was your last." I play football because I grew up playing and watching my family. Number 54, Santine Thornton, escorted by Carla Thornton, my mama. Favorite quote, "Be water, my friend," Bruce Lee. I play football because it's a way for me to relieve stress and get away from school. Number 58, Zach Canati, escorted by Chris and Brian Canati. Favorite quote, "Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. I play football because I love the game and the team dynamic and intensity at the game. Number 63, Joe Green Jr., escorted by Mama and Papa. Favorite quote, "Love life even though I'm stressed logic. I play football because I enjoy the sport." Number 65, Zach Hatcher, escorted by Carrie and Matt Hatcher. Favorite quote, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." Vince Lombardi. I play football to stay competitive and for the love of the game. Number 76, Jordan Hernandez, escorted by Lee Stroll and Coach Wolf. Favorite quote, "Get your oar in the water." Just kidding, rice goes with anything. Just keep swimming. Dory. I play football because I like being part of a team. I grew up with these guys and I want to show everyone how we've grown over the years as a team. Coach Ben Wolf, escorted by Sarah Wolf. Favorite quote, "To live by. Winning isn't everything, but wanting is." I play and coach football because it's the greatest game in the world, teaching young people about life. Give it up for the seniors of the class of 2017.
So that's the senior class. We want to wish all the seniors the best of luck in their endeavors here as they go on beyond their high school career. Again, this is the last home game, regular season game, and there is opportunity that they will maybe play another home game here in the sections. We'll have to see what happens in this game. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our starting lineups and the start of the game here very shortly.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Hello and welcome back here at St. Louis Park, where St. Louis Park set to kick off the football against the DeLaSalle Islanders, and kicking off will be Adam Bauer actually tonight.
Good to be with you tonight, Bruce, for today's matchup. Big repercussions with the section seedings to be announced after the conclusion of this game.
Julian Wright and looks like JT Baker back to receive the kick, which is going to roll out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So St. Louis Park will be flagged.
Yeah, happy to be with you this Wednesday night before MEA. This is the last regular season game, as you probably mentioned, Bruce, for both teams. The Islanders come in off of a 3-game losing streak where they've had to play 3 of the conference powers. I know you got the starting lineups here you want to go over.
That's okay. Dasan Frazier is the quarterback, Sage Booker and Javon Brecky, the running backs. Wide receivers, JT Baker and Neelan Wright. The tight end, Josh Dozel. Left tackle, Brennan Riley. Anthony Harris is the left guard. Devin Thomas, the center. Right guard is Baines Marsh, and the right tackle Charleau. The first play of the game is a run up the middle. And that was number 1, Sage Booker, their leading rusher.
Looked like Morrison on a nice stop there for the Orioles, but you're going to get a heavy dose of Booker, the junior for DeLaSalle, averaging over 5 yards a carry. There you see his numbers. And then you see Frazier's numbers as a quarterback. Pretty good numbers for him as well, only a junior as well.
Yeah, both quarterbacks in this game complete close to 50% of their passes, so they will put the ball up. Here's a pass out in the screen pass to the right. And the Orioles do a good job stacking.
Really nice job by Frazier there on the fake. He faked to their leading ground man, Booker, who broke out to the right side, threw the ball back to Brecky on the left side. You take a look at the Oriole defensive unit. Kaplan going to get a lot of work on that right defensive end position for St. Louis Park. We've called his name a lot.
This brings up a 3rd down 1 for the Islanders. And they give to Booker. Booker with the first down as he gets close to the 49-yard line.
And nice step up that time on the top by Xavier Roberts, unfortunately, or excuse me, for Oriole fans. Yeah.
Jario Lopez Barrera.
I had my Islanders mixed up with my Orioles. I can't do that.
You know, Lopez Barrera has had just a great season, and only a sophomore, so we'll see a lot more of him. Frazier back to pass, looks over the middle, and it's deflected by Morrison.
Yeah, Morrison got in a nice angle there as he had a good angle to complete the slant route to Brecky. Brecky was open there, but he did not see the hands and eyes there of Morrison, who got his right paw on that and almost pulled it in.
You know, he did, and he did a great job having his hands up in the air because he was turned backwards sort of, and he was hoping he could have deflected it high enough where he could have turned around and intercepted that football. 2nd down to go for the Islanders here. First quarter. That's a handoff to number 5, Brecky, and Brecky stays on his feet across the 40. He's going to have a first down inside the 40 to about the 39.
Yeah, Brecky doesn't have necessarily a ton of ground yardage this year, as Booker has got over 600 yards on the ground for DeLaSalle, but Brecky's got good hands, and he's very versatile as a wideout and as well as a tailback.
And Brecky's carried the ball 36 times, you mentioned, not too often, but still at 4.7 yards per carry.
Right.
Fake, quarterback keeper. Well, that's actually Booker. So
yeah, direct snap to Booker there,
right.
The running back. Move things around here. Maybe after their last 3 games, they had 3 tough games against Cooper, Spring Lake Park, and then last week they gave up 48 to Armstrong. We'll see if they've got a new coaching staff, obviously, on the Islander side. We'll see what kind of changes and different things they put in for C.J. Holman's staff.
Frazier. And Booker, he's tripped up. Nice play that time by Jelani.
Yeah, Jelani just got a piece of him. Otherwise, I think for sure he would have made that as a first down as he broke that left to right on the direct snap. Booker seems to have some good elusiveness. He switched hands there, but really just got tripped up, and he won't be happy about that short gain.
See if Frazier puts it up. He's 66 at 129 this season, 52%. 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
We mentioned the whole backfield, just juniors, Frazier, Booker, and Brecky.
And there's a handoff. Booker has the first down.
We're going to see. We mentioned Booker had a nice averaging over 100 yards a game going into this for a team that was 2-5 on the season. He missed one of the games earlier in the season with a hyperextended knee, I read about. But it's good to know he's back in at full speed. We said they got some size on the right side. That Zach Charleau, the right tackle for DeLaSalle, he's got to be in the 315, 320 range. Let's see what kind of.
Here's Brecky. Brecky following his blockers, and then he's taken down.
We should mention the common opponents, too, that both of these teams have early in the game. Obviously, you mentioned last week St. Louis Park gets their first win of the year as they take the traveling road show up to Brooklyn Park and beat Park Center. DeLaSalle also beat Park Center early on in the season and also defeated Irondale 22-17, a game you had 2 weeks ago here as the Orioles hosted Irondale on homecoming. So on paper, kind of a toss-up in terms of who would be favored, just in terms of looking at past results.
Right. Adams was in on that last tackle. Here's Booker, and Booker is taken down, and that's Adams again. Karan.
Yeah.
Number 1, Booker on the carry for the
Morrison
Islanders,
gets in to
down
help
by
lead the
16
entourage of
Wilson,
linebackers, and
Adams.
Lopez Barrera, the sophomore, also. But good speed by that junior. And you can see DeLaSalle historically was in 3 consecutive state tournaments in 2012, 13, and 14. This is a program under Sean McMenemy that really saw a lot of success from 2010 through 14. Stumbled a little bit last year. A little rebuilding perhaps this year.
So trips to the far side. Keeper, quarterback Frazier. And Frazier.
Ooh, what a step up.
Yeah, that's again number 12, Adams.
Boy, Adams, the junior, really just pile driving him right into the turf there. And it's a cold night, and he might have some back spasms after getting upended by that. That was a nice tackle.
Yeah, so far, long drive for the Islanders.
Howard Luloff noting it's been over a 5-minute drive for Islander Nation.
6:57 to go here in the first quarter.
We're having a tough time seeing here from our vantage point, so I'll let you do everything, Bruce.
Frazier, and we're going to get a timeout. It's going to be against the for the Islanders calling the timeout this time.
5 seniors on this Islander offense, but we mentioned at all the skill positions between Frazier, Booker, and Brecky, a lot of underclassmen. For St. Louis Park defensively, this unit has 6 seniors, but they're rotating in several other underclassmen, so both teams will have a nice nucleus coming back next year. Playoff games, I believe, start on Tuesday, do they not, after this?
That's correct.
Yeah, so St. Louis Park, depending on the outcome of this game, there are 6 teams in the section, and I know, Bruce, as we have a little break, maybe you want to go over those section teams and talk a little bit about, your thoughts in terms of how St. Louis Park might break things through for the sections.
Looks like the section is going to be Spring Lake Park, Cooper, Southwest, Irondale, Park Center, and St. Louis Park. Favorites there will be, and a big game tonight we should mention.
Yeah.
2 of the top teams there, Spring Lake Park and Cooper, are playing tonight right now as we speak. So quarterback back to pass, rolling, and has that one deflected.
Yeah, nice hands. I think that was 29, and I apologize, I don't have number 29 listed on my card. Maybe we'll have to turn that over. But he got those hands up there.
Number 7, Frazier's pass is knocked out by number 29.
So whoever you are, number 29, we know you're not Rod Carew, but that's one of my favorite 29s of all time.
So see if Doris can come up with a big play here.
Yeah, big stop here.
3rd down, 4 to go. And they give to Booker. Booker all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Boy, a lot of room to drive even a train there. They really opened up the seas that time as the center, Devin Thomas, and his right guard, Eli Baines Marsh, the senior, really pushed some bodies back, and Booker plenty of time to operate and use that elusiveness that he has. I believe for Booker on the season, I may be wrong here, but I think officially that's his 7th touchdown of the season for the junior Booker.
Ellis to attempt the extra point, and it's good.
So just what the doctor ordered if you came over from the Island Nation. Almost a 6-minute drive to open things up here in the first quarter on senior night here at St. Louis Park. We'll see what Coach Wolf can do in getting Coach Ewald and some of the other crack staff together to try to see what they can do to mix things up defensively. For St. Louis Park, though, but as we're going to receive here and get the ball, what a nice win last week against Park Center on the road. No defensive touchdowns allowed by the Orioles in the last 2.5 quarters of that game. And obviously we've seen a lot of him the last 3 years, but Mr. Logan Romero with 184 yards on the ground last week, I saw when I looked at the stat package.
Yeah, and that's been an area St. Louis Park has struggled really in the ground game, getting their running backs to, I think we saw one of their games where they averaged 1.1 yards per carry. So, you know, having a quarterback that can run the ball really opens up for the other running backs as well too. So,
right. Looks like number 14 going to be kicking things off here for the Islanders.
Yeah, back for St. Louis Park will be
Parker Ellis kicking it off.
Should be Ferris and Sorensen.
Looks like Johnny's got that one on the right flank. Good elusive moves by this junior Sorensen. Big gang tackling by the Islanders there.
Yeah, so St. Louis Park will start from the 26-yard line. And for the Orioles, at quarterback will be Logan Romero, the running back Peyton Morrison, the halfback will be Jario Lopez Barrera, wide receivers Michael Howard, Johnny Sorensen, the tight end tonight is Zolly Kaplan, and our offensive line from left to right is Jake Olson, Santine Thornton, Mike Donahue, Zach Hatcher, and Hassan Ahmed.
Mr. Romero, the senior, can build off last week's outing.
And we give to Morrison.
And Peyton, another one of those two-way players for St. Louis Park, the junior. Peyton had a big game defensively last week. I saw he had 8 tackles at Park Center. And another one of those great two-wayers, Mr. Kaplan, had another nice game, 11 tackles last week.
It's the middle linebacker, Brecky. He just made the tackle. But that's the defensive lineup up on the screen. Sorry, John, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No problem. That's what a good play-by-play man does. He acknowledges what's going on visually.
Morrison in the backfield. And the handoff again to Morrison.
Do we know if Mr. Peyton Morrison's any type of a shirt-tail relation of famous Doors frontman Jim Morrison? Or have we done any research on that, Paul, Bruce, anyone?
We'll have you check that one.
They took a look at the senior's number, over 1,000 yards and not 79 touchdowns. I believe he's got 9 touchdowns, but it did have 79 listed there. Well, it looks like it's going to move the stick, so first down for St. Louis Park here.
Logan Romero keeping the ball that time, getting the first down.
You see Karan Adams running in with some different plays, Morrison running out on this sequence. Orioles really like to spread the field a lot, run Romero out of that gun. They don't want to ask their line to hold blocks necessarily for a long time, so a quicker, shorter passing game. But we've seen a lot of Johnny Sorensen, and even Ryan Clares has been a target along with Mike Cal Howard. And you mentioned earlier, 34 catches, 17 yards a game for number 5 Howard.
It's time they have a man in motion. Bad snap. The ball thrown up in the air, and it could have been intercepted, but it was dropped. I think that was Brecky.
Boy, was that lucky. That was a bad snap, unfortunately, from Mike Donahue to the senior Romero.
Let's see if this is JT Baker, number 11, but
nothing he could do on that snap. That was down into the left, but boy, did he get crunched.
As he threw that one. Watch number 11, Baker here. Oh, Brecky.
That was C.J. Kreiner instigating the tackle as he came from his right defensive tackle position, the senior Kreiner.
So an incomplete pass, second down, 10 for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Ty McGee up there in the backfield.
Quarterback keeper, Romero. And Romero gets a good chunk. Can we get a late flag?
Boy, that might negate a 20, 25-yard run. We'll see what the late flag is. And it's in that area where a right tackle or right guard hold might be whistled. Take a look here. We will indeed.
Great play by the Orioles. Good blocking as Romero with a big gain.
Oh, a personal foul. Blow to the head against the Islanders.
That's a break for the Orioles. And it's going to go
15 yards, I believe, onto that spot of foul. So that's going to move the ball all the way, I think, down to the 26-yard line. Yeah, that's going to be quite a sequence. You get about a 20-yard run, and I don't know, maybe we can show that again later. I did not see. They ran off the right side there. A nice job holding blocks by Zach Hatcher and Hassan Ahmed, the seniors on that right side. We'll see a lot of them running that way, won't we, tonight, Bruce?
We will, and a nice game by Romero. He did have a 50-yard touchdown run in the last game against Park Center too. So
Yeah, 180 plus yards on the ground.
back to pass under pressure, throwing it for the corner, and that was for Howard, and it's incomplete.
I don't mind that though, because he's got one-on-one coverage, and you've seen enough of Howard on the basketball court with his height. I think he's got 4 inches on that cornerback for DeLaSalle. I believe that's Julian Wright, a sophomore cornerback over there. Right. I think that's a mismatch on paper.
You know, Howard's been able to go up and get those rebounds in basketball, so he's able to go up and get that ball on the football field as well. You got Sorensen too, has some good height, so you got some good receivers on the outsides here.
Well, and a lot of, I don't know if we'll wait after this next play out.
Romero.
Nothing there for McGee up there. I was going to say, as the one advantage, it looks like to me St. Louis Park has with Sorensen and Howard especially, and even how Park utilizes their tight end, Zolly Kaplan. You have about the most inexperienced secondary you're going to find in high school football with this DeLaSalle secondary. I mean, you've got 2 sophomores starting and 2 juniors. We already saw the Orioles trying to pick on that Julian Wright. So,
all right, Karan Adams now in the game for the Orioles. Orioles are going to have trips to the near side. Howard on the far side. It's going to be interesting. We got to see if Romero can get some time to throw the football. They can send a man in motion. They're going to throw to him. That's Karan Adams. And he's just
nice job breaking several tackles and getting another 3-4 yards at least.
Great effort by Karan. And what that does is gives the Orioles an opportunity to go for it here on 4th down.
What I liked in that sequence is we brought in Lopez Barrera as one of our 4th wideouts in that sequence. We actually threw the ball behind Lopez Barrera and let him hold a block for a little longer there. So Lopez Barrera, who we see defensively a lot, helping out offensively on that play.
And that was all, Karan Adams. He did a great job there. They get Morrison in the backfield along with Barrera. Howard to the near side. Blitz.
Oh, nice move.
And Romero.
Beautifully done on the 4th down play, and he's going to move the sticks. 7 yards on that 4th down. Look at that elusiveness. Here's the fake to Morrison.
That was a great fake of Morrison, and no one on that outside. So had they handed off to Morrison, he may have gone down that right sideline.
Yeah, we had 2 lined up on the top of the screen there. In that look, now we're going to go with quad receivers again this time. Kaplan lined up top of screen as a tight end.
They're trying to split it out a little bit to open it up. I think they'll run the football here. And this is Romero.
Boy, you are not. You were just in Las Vegas, Bruce. You're a prognosticator. You could see what was going to happen there. You literally knew that when we put trips right on the top of the screen, it was going to be a heavy dose of Romero, didn't you?
Well, and I think, thanks, John, for the compliment there, but I think St. Louis Park right now is finding that they can run the football. But now they're going to throw it, and this is for Howard.
We would have liked to see a little more loft and softness on that toss. Not enough of an angle, even with Howard's height. You want to take advantage of his height there and create a little space there on the throw.
And with Romero getting as much pressure as they've gotten, they've been able to run the ball. You think that's the key down to run the ball. They have 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Now you've got a couple chances to get that 4 yards. Now it's 3rd and 4. So
right. Now a traditional I backfield here. Romero going to be in the gun like usual.
And Morrison, he gets by 1 tackler and real close to that 1st down.
Yeah, nice draw. Romero did a nice job selling the draw there on the fake and then giving it to him late, which is the key on there, to suck those linebackers into some pursuit.
This is why I didn't like the passing play, because now it'd be 3rd down and 1. Now it's 4th down. That yard as you get close to the goal line is so much harder to get. So
they should have consulted with you on their play calling.
I guess I'm supposed to just announce, not be you're the color man. You're supposed to.
Well, technically I'm the color man, Bruce, but I've seen you in action for 37 years, and you can express your opinion here and there.
That's right.
You put on that microphone enough and that headset enough to spray your. There, you take a look at some of the fans here on senior night. It is MEA weekend. So, Bruce, do you remember those MEA weekends? I know you just were so sad you didn't have school Thursday, Friday. Just crying.
No, I don't remember that MEA weekend. Sorry. It's been a long time.
Feeling so bad that you couldn't get more learning in those Thursday and Friday.
We didn't have enough holidays back then.
Yeah. I still remember a lot of the Jewish holidays. I always felt very alone at Westwood. Thank you. We do find out number 29, Jacob Riley, the one who batted down that pass earlier for Park.
See if Romero's going to try and take this one himself.
Morrison on a draw, but nice pursuit in that middle there. And that was 57 for the Highlanders. Brady Thompson, the 6-foot junior.
So it was a nice drive by the Orioles, but it ends just short.
CJ Kreiner came from his left defensive end slot, that senior. And you talk about a high pursuit, high-powered angle there. He dove to make that. There, take a look at Kreiner walking off the field. Props to that young man on the 4th down play.
So the Islanders now with the football. And a give to Booker. Is wrapped up.
Wow. Nice job that time. I think that was.
Booker on the carry for the Islanders, but number 16, Morrison.
We've talked. Morrison's got a nice job. Obviously, got several draw plays where he's got some runs. Did you need some help?
No, it's just as Morrison and Curry. It was the other player that got in there too. So
you don't miss a thing. You seriously, you're almost like Howard Luloff. You don't miss a thing up here. Of course, longtime Park Cable announcer Howard Luloff, also a spotter up here helping.
Frazier.
Wow, high snap.
And he hands off. Is that Brecky?
No, I so Morrison on one of the tackles. That was a nice gain by Booker, but it was even a better job by Frazier in his own end zone to catch that ball. That was a really high snap from the center there. Unfortunately, Devin Thomas, the junior, snapping it high for the Islanders.
Well, with the ball on the 12-yard line, Islanders need to be careful here. 3rd down, about 7 yards to go.
We'll look at Deontay Stewart out there at his left cornerback position. Orioles going to play one-on-one here. We'll see what kind of safety support we get. 4 wideouts on the play.
Back to pass. Thrown complete, number 11.
That was a beautiful wide receiver screen. Oh no, a late flag. Baker, I think, got the first down on it. It was a nice job on that wide receiver screen. They used the pick that time, Bruce, from the outside man. The inside man held his block well. Let's take a look at the referees talking. Seeing what this late call could have been. It really came late. Oh, a late hold, so that'll negate the... You see 23, a nice job by Josh Dozel there. Lined up wide as a tight end, and he held his block well. Helped get the first down, but unfortunately didn't get a number on the hold that time. I don't know if you saw it, Bruce.
No, I didn't, but it's going to move the ball back just a couple yards because they take it from where the infraction occurred.
Right.
And so it's going to bring 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Not sure the difference in time. We've got 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. It looks like they'll have to run the play here on a 3rd and 10. Quads lined up again, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom.
See if they go with Booker this time. Yep, delayed draw to Booker. And Booker with the head of steam and gets just probably enough to get that first down.
So Booker gets some 10.
You're going to mark it at the 20-yard line.
Nice to have a weapon in that junior Booker where you can run a draw on 3rd and 11 in your own 10-yard line and you still make the play.
You know, Booker's got good size but good speed.
Yeah, he really does. You can see why he's got some good elusiveness too. And I would guess, if I was a betting man, I bet he probably runs a 4.7 40 with pads. And that could equate to, say, a 6.5, 6.6 60 if you're just talking about turf. So he's got some good jets. There you take a look after one here.
7-0.
7-0. Shout out to Zach Flyman on the DeLaSalle coaching staff. I had a chance, as well as Matt Flyman, his brother.
You're just gonna talk through this break, aren't you, John?
I am. We could go to break if you want.
Well, they're too late.
We don't want to have Paul at our crack crew on a break. But anyway, I was going to say a couple guys that I coached in Little League in Crystal, and DeLaSalle really draws as a private Catholic school on the island, not necessarily a big school, a great basketball school though.
Absolutely.
One of the better ones in all classes in the state. They've sent all kinds of kids D1 all over the place.
Yeah, Reed Travis, one of the later ones.
Yeah, he was fun to watch. Looking forward to the St. Louis Park boys basketball season. I know we really have a lot coming back. We've talked about Mr. Howard out here who's on the football field. Several hockey players are out here as well. new coach for the varsity at St. Louis Park for boys hockey. I don't know if you mentioned it in your last broadcast. Colin Holman takes over as the boys hockey coach. Colin, longtime Bantam coach. Back to live action.
All right, Johnny, thank you. Here's Frazier. And off Brecky, spin move.
Beautifully done.
Still on his feet and finally brought down.
You know, he probably gained 5 or 6 yards after that initial play for the junior. Don't know officially what size he's listed at. I want to see what kind of weight he has.
Lopez Pereira and Morrison in on the tackle.
Brecky's only listed at 6'2", 185 as a junior, but boy, he's really put together as well, and not easy to bring down for those linebackers. Look at Joe Green lined up right over center like usual, the senior.
Baker and Wright, part of the threesome, lined up to the near side.
Orioles with a late blitz package, and the blitz, and Morrison gets part of him. Looked like Morrison helped out, and obviously 22 Lopez Barrera.
For the Islanders, brought down by number 22 Lopez Barrera for the Orioles.
It was a real late blitz show that time, and then Morrison came late from his middle linebacker slot.
I think we're real close to having a measurement here.
Once again, this is the last regular season game of the year. If you're just tuning in here on Park 16, St. Louis Park with a win last week against Park Center on the road, 29-21. Orioles 1-6 on the season. DeLaSalle 2-5. Both of these teams are in the same section, so I guess it's probably fair to say they could finish anywhere between 3rd and 6th in the section, depending on what the results are around the section tonight. I would have loved to have been up to Cooper High School tonight, though, like you mentioned earlier, to see that Cooper Spring Lake Park game. 2 of only 9 teams in the state that are undefeated still. Spring Lake Park ranked 3rd in Class 5A. I think when we saw them, we were really impressed.
Right. Some good games. I didn't bring the newspaper with me, but I noticed there were about 3 games tonight that had implications. So,
right.
Lakeville North playing Rosemont is one of them.
Yeah, they're ranked 2nd, I think, Lakeville North. And
Rosemont losing last week, otherwise that would have set up as 2 undefeated teams.
Frazier again taking a look. He's going to audible out here, see something he wants to utilize here with his 4 wideouts.
And the handoff is Booker. Booker off left tackle, and he gets to the 40-yard line.
Boy, nice job by Brennan Riley, the left tackle there. I don't know if we can slow that down on replay, but between the tackle and guard position there, Brennan Riley really held his block back and pinched down on him. And look at the space there. I don't know if you can tell there, that's Riley, number 50, pushing down from his tackle position. He moved his man 5 yards inward there.
Well, and Grant Adams making the tackle, and you know he's your safety, and he's having a lot of tackles in this game. So,
yeah, I'd like to see Kaplan and Morrison with the majority of those.
And Brecky. Brecky works his way around the end and is brought down at about the 44.
So we saw him go over the left side. Now they go right side behind Marsh and Charlau.
This offensive line doing a great job right now for the Islanders.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 3 seniors out of the 5, but they also get some good support from, I don't know if we take a look at 23 Dozel, not the biggest tight end. They use him as a tight end, but he's now on the top of the screen. He can hold blocks real well, too, for them.
Back to pass, quick throw. It's complete to Brecky, and Brecky gets tripped up on its own powers there, and right about the 44-yard line.
Brecky, Adam Bauer in some good pursuit that time. We mentioned him a lot as a kicker, but Bauer out there playing a little cornerback, getting some help as well with Riley Dvorak out there.
So a loss of 1 on the play will bring up a 2nd down, 11 to go.
Frazier doesn't seem like he has a natural throwing motion, but he's very athletic.
This is Booker. Booker gets into the open field and is brought down after a gain of about 8.
Yeah, he got a 2-12 sandwich after a big game as Deonta Stewart obviously stepping up to help with that tackle.
3rd down.
Yeah.
This is where the Orioles have not been able to stop the Islanders so far.
I think with Booker and Brecky in that backfield next year as seniors, they really have some good size and speed coming back at those skill positions. They could be really dangerous.
Orioles fake the blitz. And keeper by the quarterback, Frazier, as he gets outside, trying to get to the first down marker. He's maybe just a little bit short.
Yep, Frazier trying to run past the tall fur there.
Depends where they mark this one.
Pretty decent pursuit that time on the Orioles side by Zach Canati. Lopez Barrera took not the angle that he would have wanted to try to pursue them, but what do you do here defensively? Do you want to run the old 4-6 the Bears ran back in the 80s and stack 10 on the line, Bruce, and go for the stop? Or
I think they're going to measure this one, and it really depends. This is a close call. You're going to bring the sticks all the way across the field.
Boy, a lot of work for that chain gang having to run all the way across the field.
2 measurements already.
Yeah, and I tell you, those guys don't get the big dough. Boy.
Just a hair.
Yeah, I guess not. Probably an easy call here to do a sneak, or they might want to. It is only 3rd down. The nice thing about 3rd and 6 inches, when you're in the Orioles field position. Oh, 4th, I'm sorry. I still think they should really get some good push on that offensive side with Thomas locking heads with Joe Green. Is it safe to say that Joe Green is constantly referred to as mean by the coaches?
4th down.
I'm assuming so.
You're waiting for Sledge to come into the game so you can start singing your
Sister Sledge. We are family. Yeah. It's a 4th and about 6 inches, if that even. Another long drive from DeLaSalle. This started at their own 3-yard line.
Lost backfield.
Oh, a little mix-up.
It is a mix-up, but a first down by Frazier.
Wow.
And that's the play the Orioles need to stack him up on that.
Yeah, I think he missed Brecky initially, and then Booker wasn't ready to receive that. Take a look here. Yeah, he almost handed it into space there to Mr. Booker.
But very alert play by Frazier that time. Not panicking, and was able to get that first down. So.
He almost fumbled that away because that was loose in his own left hand here, Bruce. I know you used to pull that back when you'd play a lot of flag football down at Westwood, and you could, make something out of nothing, but not a lot of guys can.
There's a direct snap to Booker, and Booker gets to the 34-yard line.
Number 1, Booker carry for the Islanders, run down by number 18, Kaplan for the Orioles.
Kaplan, I don't think we've seen Zoe with a lot of tackles this week. I believe he had 11 tackles last week, and 4 of them were for loss at Park Center.
Zolly really picked things up as the season's gone on, and he's
yeah. Another two-way guy. We've seen him make several catches at his tight end slot. Orioles really need to stop here. Their defense has been on the field almost the entire first half already.
Well, that was a direct snap to Booker, and he hands off to Brecky.
Yeah, boy, that's something you don't see. A direct snap to the running back who hands up to another running back. Like the variety of sequences and plays they run, though.
Yes, they run that sweep.
Yeah. And, with Booker's athleticism, and we haven't seen him throw, but I assume that's something that's maybe in the arsenal, that they can show Booker from that as a quarterback there, and St. Louis Park has to respect his arm as well. Everybody loves to run the spread nowadays. It's so different than 20, 30 years ago. Almost every play, you go from the gun, you spread things out.
Oh, Booker avoids
the
tackle that time.
I don't know if that was Kaplan that almost had him in the backfield for a loss, but he showed that elusiveness and went right by him.
Again, this is another long drive by DeLaSalle.
Well, I think one thing that's worrisome, too, is we talked about a nearly, 7-minute drive to open the game, and this has been another almost 6 minute drive, and even though it's high school football and you got shorter quarters, it's still no time on the field for your offense, and
game's moving along quickly here. Back to pass, Frazier. He looks long
wide
over the middle, wide open.
Boy, I think that was indeed Booker, wasn't it?
And a fumble.
Fumble at the 1-yard line, or they're saying he was down.
Oh,
was that Booker on the catch? No, I apologize. Maybe it was
number
not.
7, Frazier's pass is complete to number 11, Baker.
It was Baker, number 11. Yeah. Okay, 1 and 11. So J.T. Baker, wide open on the slant. Good read. He beat his man by 4 yards. Good call here. Let's see if he is indeed down.
Well, get up to the line quick. No replays, though.
To me, that should be a touchdown. No replays. I actually thought that was a touchdown that he broke the plane, but we'll see what happens.
It's a
here.
keeper, Frazier.
Oh, nice stop on right side there. Unable to get any penetration running behind Eli Baines Marsh.
Yeah.
Good job by Kaplan, Green, and Curry there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Curry.
Number 18, Kaplan.
Yeah, Curry got some good pursuit there. Yeah. I still thought that was a touchdown, but and again, I'm up here. I'm not getting the big money down on the field.
We got a different player in the game, number 13. And it's a
Yeah,
handoff. Booker cuts inside
Booker
for the
did.
touchdown.
Take a look there. That's Evan Francois, the Frenchman, the junior quarterback in Francois.
Francois.
So we'll have to find out if something indeed did happen to Frazier.
Well, he's he's been in a few games. He's thrown 20 passes.
Yeah, that's kind of the number you have for Evan. Good height for him. Another junior. I mean, they've got a lot of youth served up there.
Carried the ball 11 times for 31 yards. They're back to pass. Francois rolls, throws to the back of the end zone.
Just like a good
And
Frenchman
touchdown.
does, he
Or a
delivers
two-point conversion.
the Frenchman delivers the goods there. Was that to Booker that he threw that? It was 4. I'm sorry. That was Creason Greer, sophomore, who catches the 2-point.
Number 13, Francois is passed.
That's Francois, the Frenchman. So really not what you wanted on senior night. Just to really all the wheels are falling off the cart, so to speak. 15-0 Islanders. Oriole offense hardly been on the field. There's 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter here.
And St. Louis Park was able to march the ball down the field too, but they just stuttered on 4th down.
Right, they did. And no.
.5:17 to go in the first half. Again, only 2 possessions in this game for DeLaSalle, and both possessions touchdowns.
And the last one, a 98-yard drive. I mean, that is impressive to go 98 yards primarily on the ground. They took it Parker Ellis kicking it off here again for the Islanders.
High pooch kick. Is this going to go out of bounds?
Oh, no. Boy, maybe that's why he pooched it. He got all the way down to the 22 without a return.
Yeah, it looked like number 2 for the Orioles. That was Deontay Stewart.
That reminded me, for all you old-time Viking fans listening, that reminded me of an old Fred Cox regular kickoff. He couldn't really kick it past the 20.
He couldn't kick it very far. But he was accurate.
He was a good chiropractor, I heard, out in Buffalo.
Right.
Same number, 14. That's kind of... So we'll see what Romero can do here. We mentioned 180 yards on the ground last week. He got tripped right on the top of the screen here on the short side of the field. We'll see what...
Low snap. Handoff. McKee.
McKee to the house, possibly a stiff arm. Going to get him
And
another
he's caught
10
up
yards.
from behind.
Wow, that's a nice 40-yard jaunt right on first down here.
That may be one of the biggest runs, probably the longest run of the season from McKee. And he hurt.
It looks like he's hurt. And a nice Romero with a low snap, but he goes right between left guard and center. Then he starts the stiff arm experience here. Might have got pulled down and broke an arm or a leg. You know, he really got pulled down hard on his left arm. I don't know what they're holding, but I don't know if you could notice that on the replay, Paulie. Take a look at the nice job by Romero catching that. That was a short snap again.
Great job on the late handoff by McKee.
And a lot of room there because they went with a late blitz, so both of the linebackers were not
Hold
filling
down.
their holes.
See if his head went right into the ground.
Oh, wow.
And I think he had a concussion. I think that's why he was out.
Wow. Well, they're going to make sure with the playoff game next 6 days away. It's good to see him up right away.
He will probably have to go through the protocol here.
Yeah, that's one nice thing is to see Arsenio Richardson and some of the training staff out there as well.
And if he
comes strolling on off.
If I recall, he was out with a concussion. I don't want to, I'm not positive on that, but if he was, they'll take extra precaution here because 2 concussions in a short period of time is not good.
Yeah, I was at the St. Louis Park Edina hockey game last December at the rec center, and Johnny Sorensen was hit on a clean hit by the Edina player, but he was down for 20 minutes on the ice before they have a good protocol now.
Ran the good gain. It's now Morrison will be in the backfield, back to pass. Thrown for Howard and just too low.
Too low there. Looked like he had an angle to get that.
Hopefully
Looks like
Howard's not hurt here. He had to stretch out for that one.
DeAndre Wade defensively on the coverage.
St. Louis Park basketball coach is going to be a little nervous in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Oriole basketball going to be starting practice probably just in a couple weeks, aren't they? Girls probably start a week or so early. Boys hockey will be starting pretty quick. See if we can talk at halftime to Howard Luloff and get an update on how the boys and girls soccer seasons have been progressing.
Fake handoff, and Romero is grabbed right away.
Got a flag on the upper left side. I don't know if that's a hold on one of the receivers or an offside.
C.J. Kreiner came in quick.
And you're right, good call. It might have been on Kreiner because it is an offside.
Offsides on the Islanders.
I wonder if DeLaSalle ever schedules Columbia Heights, Bruce. Then you'd have the Islanders against the Highlanders. It'd be a good matchup, and somebody who enjoys a good nickname. I think I'd enjoy that.
You have a hockey game and you have the Islanders playing in New York, and you'll have where the New York Islanders play.
I always liked when Columbia Heights was in our conference, though, was we could always play the Highlanders. Okay. Thanks for the light giggle there, Bruce. I appreciate that.
You got it. Keeper, Romero trying to stiff arm his way to the corner, gets maybe a yard.
Yeah, he was giving Brady Thompson a handful of his right paw there. He got 6 yards on that, though. Second and a short 5, or third and a short 5, I should say.
I think back to the line of scrimmage that time.
Yeah, right. The trips on the bottom of the screen this time, as you see Howard on the bottom.
And Romero's going to keep it. Romero has to.
Well, he almost got 4 of the 5 that he
follow
needed.
his blockers, but he's just unable to get through the secondary that time, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
He did a nice job. I don't know if you could see what he did to Mike Donahue, his center there. He actually ran full speed into Donahue and knocked him forward.
Orioles line up quick. Big Romero again. Cuts inside as a 1st down. Stays on his feet. We got a penalty flag probably against St. Louis Park. So
yeah,
they had the 1st down, and flag, which will probably be a hold against the Orioles. And it is. And that's a big penalty because it was 4th down and short. Now the Orioles will probably have to punt the football.
Well, yeah, exactly. If it was 4th and 1 in the 30-yard line, you might even go for it there. But now that you're at 4th and 10, exactly, 4th and 11. Yeah, we'll see what Coach Wolf does. Obviously, kicking-wise, St. Louis Park, haven't seen Romero's still out there. Looks like Coach Wolf is going to go for it here.
And they are without. I don't think Rodelius Palmer is playing today, so who would normally be handling their punting duties.
Yeah, he's listed in your spreadsheet as one of the skill position guys. So Romero's the other punter, though, so Romero can punt as well, but he's not lined up. Oh, just a little fake. And
there's a fake. Under pressure. He's got to get rid of it here. And he throws it downfield.
Oh, a foot. Did he get a foot in? Did he get a foot in? I think he did, too. I think they're going to give him the foot in.
Yes. What a catch by Sorensen.
Wow, Johnny had just that is amazing. And then he kept a foot in. We've seen that athleticism.
Watch the pressure Romero had rolling to his near sideline. Able to loft this up. It looked like it was going to grab the sideline.
Good push by Johnny, too. Look at that, how he's down. He's got, it might be on the line, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's just give him that St. Louis Park home cooking call that time.
It was just a great catch.
And you know what's nice is that he did do a slight push-off to create a little space at the end there. But what did he have to lose? He's got nothing to lose on 4th down.
Watch this
Look
foot.
at this.
It's close.
That's an amazing catch.
Yes, it was. You only have to have 1 foot in, but it's got to be in before it hits the sideline.
Well, and that one, I guess they say he did not get in there on that 1st down play, but Johnny Sorensen, we've seen that junior make a lot of nice plays already this year in catches, and that was a 40-yard catch on 4th and 11.
Right.
When you know they were going to throw. Paul, this is great camera work also.
It's so close there. It's got the white shirt.
It's close enough. We can't see the white between his
Come on, give him the touchdown. He's got it.
So the Orioles are in, and boy, they need that after it was going to be 4th and 11, and it looked like that he almost threw into double coverage, but Sorensen helps set things up, and indeed Mr. Romero pushes things through.
Yeah, big touchdown puts Orioles back in this football game as we have 3 minutes left to go in the first half. And this could have turned into a bit of a blowout if St. Louis Park got stopped on 4th down there. But
and you hear that in the background? Indeed, it's the Oriole Rouser. It's nice to hear that being played.
Now we just need to get John down in the field doing push-ups for every time the Orioles score.
It's going for 2 here. Oh, Romero going to turn that in on the left side, and indeed, I think he's in. Oh, boy, it was a nice fake to the up man that time. And Romero goes off that left side. He follows Santine Thornton and Jake Olson to the promised land. Olson only a sophomore at left tackle. See how he faked out our cameraman even? That's tough to do when you got a paid crew of cameramen. There you take a look at Romero. The band happy they get to continue to play the Rouser as it makes it 15 to 8 here with 3:10 remaining.
So Orioles with a little bit of momentum. Now they need to have a stop defensively here.
Well, and this is really an important game. There's still an outside shot if Park wins this game, and depending on what happens with Irondale, that in theory you could even get the 3 seed and host the playoff game on Tuesday. It's possible depending on what happens with Irondale if they get blown out bad tonight. But realistically, you're probably looking at a 4 or 5 seed. But no matter what, you'd love to build off last week's momentum and get another win today. There's that pooch kick.
Yeah, filled it at the 28-yard line.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Good stop that time. I thought DeAndre Wade for the Islanders on the return had an angle there.
Number 3, Wade on the return for the Islanders.
And again, we have Adam Bauer kicking off, and he's not start the season as their kicker, so not getting the distance.
Right. Well, at least they're utilizing him with some pooch kicks, and even if you only kick it to the 20, if you can get that good coverage and really pop it up. I was more of a pop-up kicker, Bruce. I could just right up high.
I like those.
No distance.
I like those. If you can't get it long, get those little line drivers. Make them fill the ball on the roll.
Right.
Booker.
There's a late flag as well going to be thrown there.
Leg in the play.
Late flag thrown right in the middle of the Islander pile. We'll see if there is any penalty.
Typically, that's where a hold is called. Let's see.
How about a personal foul? Face mask on Oriole Nation.
Face mask on the Orioles.
So that'll move at 15 into Oriole territory.
One thing I love about college and pro games is that they'll give the number of the infraction. We'll know exactly who that infraction was. I don't know, Bruce, if you knew who made that boo-boo, but I guess it wasn't a boo-boo, it was an infraction.
All right. Hand off Booker a couple of yards. I just go along and just go on to the game here, Johnny.
Runs out number 6, Jelani.
Don't know how many times a color man in a football game has ever used the phrase boo-boo.
I'm gonna pull
Not
off
too often,
Hold
though.
on, I got to pull off your Disney Band-Aid here.
Oh, we have way too much fun, even if we only amuse ourselves.
The ratings just went down a little bit for this game. Here's a keeper, Frazier. Eludes one tackle and is brought down.
Frazier like a fur there going off the Morrison on the stop as he goes.
Number 16, Morrison with the tackle.
Went off the right side again there. They kind of mixed it up as they go behind Marsh and Charlau.
So we'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Islanders. Orioles need a stop here. They've cut the lead to 7 now.
So just 1:46 remaining. We should mention the Islanders still with 2 timeouts if they do want to get the first down.
Frazier is going to throw the ball. Now he cuts
he's
inside. He's got a lot of room to run. Frazier to the 30.
Wow, he
down
could
to
be
20.
gone. Boy, down to the 15.
15 out of bounds. Yeah.
It was like the parting of the seas. Everybody was down, and he had everyone, all of his receivers were down on the left side of the field, 20, 30 yards downfield. Linebackers dropped into position.
And there's a flag.
Where is the, I don't even see the yellow. Is it a hold at the end?
It's a hold, but it's
10
at the
yards
end of
from
the
the
play,
play, so
so
it's
yeah.
still a first down, yeah. Yeah, that's one unique rule about college or high school football, too. So it'll still be a first down at the 32. But it stops the clock at 1:30. The Islanders retain those 2 needed timeouts.
I think they'll start the clock now. No? Okay. He said he's out of bounds. We get the inside scoop being right next to the scorekeeper here.
Oh, boy, that was an interesting
Frazier.
sequence. Look at Frazier. He's like
Now
Frank
he's gonna try and-
Tarkington in
now
his
he's gonna
prime.
try and take
Oh,
it in.
boy, was that Kaplan who wrapped him up? Kaplan just threw him on the deck like a piece of spaghetti. He was limp linguini when Kaplan got hold of him.
I don't know what Frazier was doing that time. You got to get rid of that football. At that point, he had a chance. I think he thought he could split the seam and run again for a nice long game.
Yeah.
But he was under a lot of pressure. At this point, you got to just
Look at
toss it out
Kaplan
of
with a
bounds.
whip down. Love the whip down. I mean, it was kind of a combination of Michael Vick and Fran Tarkington for him that play. I don't know what you thought. I don't know. You think more Vick probably?
Was this the St. Louis Park timeout? Yeah, I don't know, John, on timeout there. I don't mean to second guess. again.
No. Well,
But I know it's second and long, but it's still in
I don't
St. Louis
know.
Park territory. So
but I just saw
I think
something.
you'd want to have the clock just, not give DeLaSalle that big play. Maybe the Orioles feel if they can get the ball back. And
Well, I wonder if there's just something they didn't see on a defensive breakdown on that play as well, too. Yeah, a good call by the PA announcer. They've been on the field so much this first half. Maybe just a little gas to get a little oxygen
set up
in
maybe
there.
a different defensive package, too, as you said, John.
Right. Maybe more oxygen in the bloodstream. Tight it.
We'll probably see Frazier put it up here. Back to pass.
He
Frazier
wants
now
to
under
run again.
pressure.
Now he's going to run backwards.
And
Oh, that's going to go nowhere, I don't think.
oh, it's Booker. And
Yeah.
Booker,
Back to the line of scrimmage, but 3rd and 17. I wonder if they might just. Yeah, no, they're going to use one of their. No, Park's
St.
going to
Louis
use
Park's
another.
gonna
So Park wants that ball back. They want the biscuit. But I wonder here. Is that St. Louis Park's last time out?
it is. It is.
So yeah, odds of us getting the ball back. Probably not very good.
When
on
you're
third
just,
down.
yeah, you're giving the Islanders a chance now for that Hail Mary pass. So
Yeah, it's going to be. I think what you're going to see here is it's going to be Nate Wright on the coverage, along with Paul Krause, and Drew Pearson's going to push off as he goes for the.
well, I thought you were talking about their wide receiver Nayland Wright.
Oh, sorry. You, myself, and Howard probably all remember the 1975 push off with Drew Pearson at Met Stadium. Yep. I was at that game. I'll never forget that being down there. The bottle comes from the
bottle
stands. From that
yep.
at
The
hits
referee
right
Turgeon,
after that game.
Paramount Turgeon.
Remember that? Yeah. That was probably the Vikings' best team they might have ever had. Well, until this year, right? Or 98. So back to live action. Again, this is Bruce Hoberman and John Fromm on the call. A couple of seasoned announcers up here in the stands.
What kind of seasoning?
Rare.
Back to pass. It's a handoff.
Oh, my heavens. He might be gone.
Down.
Oh, he fumbled out of bounds, but he almost got the first down, and then, geez, that's a big gain on a 3rd and 19. Wasn't that 3rd and 19, and now it's 4th and 2?
It was, John. That's where it's
Wow.
now you call those timeouts, and now you're giving
Yes.
DeLaSalle a chance if they get the first down. They've got a chance to get a touchdown. They may have just
He-
run the clock pretty much down before.
He would have got the first down. The ball. He lost the ball on his own. Otherwise, he would have had a first down. But 4th and 2.
With 54 seconds. So St. Louis Park needs to stop here. They called those timeouts, and now they've got to come up with a defensive stop.
JT Baker on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, give it to
That's
the big
Booker.
Booker, and he's going to get it. Yeah, indeed. He's going to stop the clock momentarily. So you got 3rd and 19, and he gets 17 yards on the play before, and then he gets the first down to get the momentary stop here to move the stakes.
I think you call your timeouts if you're in defensive, you're down in that territory. I don't think you call the timeouts when they have the ball in your territory. I think that was a big mistake by the Orioles.
He's wide open. Boy, he was so wide open, but it took him so long to throw the ball. Frazier had him open for several seconds. I think that was that Brecky on the top of the screen?
And a great defensive play to jar the ball loose here.
Or no, that was J.T. Baker who was wide open.
Watch right
good,
there.
Good dive at the end that time. No, he did not catch it, but he was wide open for 5. And then we have a penalty on top of that. So I didn't even see what the call was. They moved the stakes back 10 yards. So Frazier just didn't see him quick enough. He didn't have enough of an arm to get it to him here. But again, it wouldn't have mattered with the penalty anyway. So
37 seconds still remaining. 2 timeouts for the Islanders. They can chuck a few up in the end zone here.
Yeah, 1st and 20 with 2 timeouts.
Watch the pass here down the middle.
Now he delivered that with gusto. That's what he needed to do if you're an Islander fan on the last play. He really stepped back on that throw.
Yeah, and his favorite receiver, J.T.
wasting
Baker.
time. They just wasted 15. Yeah, now they're going to take the timeout. Wasted about 10 seconds there. He didn't make the first down, but that'll make it.
Timeout, DeLaSalle Islanders.
So 23 seconds on the Islander clock. So this is really a must-stop for St. Louis Park. You don't want to have a score, especially after a sequence like that, and you're continuing to wear down the Oriole defense. Good oomph on this pass, though, as he really stepped into the throw, delivered it with accuracy right over the middle. Nice job defensively by the Oriole.
See if you can see the play selection here.
Looks like they're going to work the 34 counter, I think, perhaps. Maybe the 62 trap off tackle.
Got the DeLaSalle.
77 is way over 300 pounds, Paul. We didn't have an official read that's accurate. I don't believe these stat sheets. I do not believe that he's
They say 315.
I think he's way over 350. He's 6'6", 315, number 77, Zach Charlow, the senior. Being recruited by all the Division I schools in the United States.
Handoff.
Did he get it?
And
Looks like
should
he
be
did.
a first down, so the clock will stop.
But only 18 seconds remaining. They only have the 1 timeout. Now they should spike it quick here. As soon as the... But indeed they're going to run... Oh, he's taking too much time.
Now they spike it with 15 seconds to go.
He took him 3 seconds to spike that ball once they reset, but they still have a timeout. Maybe you throw it twice into the end zone here. What do you do, Bruce?
Well, first of all, what I would tell you is we've seen this team, the Islander team, with this is their 3rd possession, and on their 3rd possession, they've scored on their first 2 possessions, John, and so I think they'll put it up in the air here.
Yeah. Oh, they're running the razzle-dazzle, and it's going nowhere on the reverse.
That's correct. He is taken down.
What a strange part of the field to run a reverse into the short side of the field with no time left.
You know, it was, but they had a timeout left. So I think what they figured is they're still going to have a shot at the end zone. So let's see if we can trick them. But you don't trick Lopez Barrera, who's had an outstanding season, and that's why he's come up so big, right?
Yeah, and usually, you usually don't run. You almost never see reverses run inside the 20-yard line, let alone to the short side of a field. That's just my years as an offensive coordinator coming through. But
it didn't work for the 6-year-olds. It shouldn't work for the high school team either, right?
Sorry, a little bit of. So third down, but this is for all intents and purposes they're going to run 2 plays here. They're probably going to throw it both times into the end zone if they can get the play off quick.
Watch for J.T. Baker.
Yeah,
he's lined up on the right side. That's been Frazier's favorite target.
He's got to get rid of it quick.
Pass. He's looking to the near side. Throws and
nice catch, but he didn't make it in. No, he didn't know. That's going to end the half on the half-yard line.
What a great defensive play.
Wow, that's number
That
4,
was
Bauer, wasn't it, on the stop? Because they ran out of time. Yeah,
Well,
it's on the half-yard line. Wow, Bauer deserves a big hit. It was a well-thrown ball there on 3rd and 13, but he got plenty of fun. So St. Louis Park dodges an Islander bullet here. Look at, he was in
Unless
the end
there's
zone.
a penalty on defense. No.
Boy. Yeah, that's the end of the half as Bauer, that's a 7-point play. That tackle was worth 7 points.
Well, and you got to see the coaching staff not happy. They thought maybe that ball could have been over that goal line. I don't know if we could see
I don't think it
replay.
was.
Let's see a replay on that ball.
Paul, will you show it again? I think he came back out to the 1-yard line, and even though he reached forward, he was already down. Let's see if we have it one more time here.
We've had some really close plays in this game.
Yeah, that Sorensen catch, and now this one. Oh,
Well,
unless they're saying he caught it
I think he
breaking
caught
the
it,
plane.
I think he caught it in the end zone and came back out.
Right, he caught it breaking the plane.
Right.
They didn't give him the forward momentum. But the line judge wasn't in a position there to really keep. Yeah.
Yeah, that
It
was,
almost
that was,
looks like he
that was
caught
a
it
bang,
right
bang
on
play.
the plane.
Right.
And
Bang,
then,
bang
yeah.
play. Hard to, again, we can't slow it down enough to really see. I don't know, Paul, do you have slow motion replay?
Yeah, super slow-mo with the high-def camera package. Well, we're just happy to be with you. Real fun.
There it is.
Here it goes. One more. You
Let's
judge
see it.
at home whether he breaks the plane, where he catches the ball.
Let's see here. Where does he have possession?
Yeah, I
It's
mean
in
the
his
ball.
hands right here.
God, is that hard to call? Man, is that
That was so close.
end zone, and then caught it, and then came out.
Right. Right.
Yeah, or vice versa, right? And the side judge wasn't right there. He was 6 yards back, so he never could see the forward progress. Yeah, but great work though. And Bauer gets that left hand up nicely.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard
from
to
that
tell.
angle.
But Bauer really did a nice job with the left hand with the ball, and then he had the right arm wrapped around the back.
Absolutely a great defensive play, and that saved the Orioles possibly 7 or 8 points. So it makes it still a 1-touchdown game. And
Yeah, and an important game, as we mentioned, for section seeding. Section playoffs start next Tuesday. I believe that's October 25th, is it? Okay. And as we mentioned, DeLaSalle on a 3-game losing streak. Oh, thanks, Bruce. Appreciate it. I reached over to get a business card from Bruce, and I grabbed it, and it was someone else's. But there you take a look at the Oriole band. Look at that young man in the gray sweatshirt. He's feeling pretty good about life as he just smiles here and that I acknowledged him. Anyway, just wanted to say that it's been really a pleasure to bring you Oriole football this year. Unless St. Louis Park has a phenomenal second half and runs up 40, 50 points, they're not going to host a playoff game on Tuesday.
But you know what, John? That plays like that happen in the end zone like that could be a momentum changer. We'll see if it does. We're going to take a break here. We're at halftime. It's 15-8. DeLaSalle. We'll be back with more football here shortly.
My journey skating for the gold taught me a lot, but my journey with breast cancer has been one of my greatest teachers.
Every woman's breast cancer is unique. Be Wiser educates and empowers women to take control of their breast cancer treatment plan and help navigate their own path beyond 5 years.
Talk to your doctor about information and tests to personalize a treatment plan that fits your needs. I did. Be informed, be wiser, support survivors like us.
Last game of the regular season here from St. Louis Park. 15-8 our score. DeLaSalle leads. St. Louis Park avoiding what could have been another touchdown for DeLaSalle at the end of the half. And senior night here as last game of the regular season. And we're going to try and get through the list of seniors throughout here the second half. We'll start off with number 2. Deontay Stewart. Favorite quote, "Give it your all." And he says, "I play football because it's exciting and creates a family. Advice for young players, have heart and anything is possible." And he says, "Thank you to Foster for making me a better player and a better teammate." St. Louis Park will get ready to receive here.
Number 17, Sorensen, and 24, Ferris back to receive the kick for the Orioles. Ellis to kick off for the Islanders.
So for the St. Louis Park Orioles, they'll have Sorensen and Ferris back. Parker Ellis kick off. This is another kick that goes out of bounds. This is the second time that kicked out of bounds.
Kickoff goes out of bounds.
I don't think the wind's a factor in this one, but we see the St. Louis Park Orioles schedule this season. Probably closest game that they had was started off the season against Richfield, and struggle. A couple of those games were a little closer than they may have seemed. Irondale.
Armstrong was a closer game for most of the game too, yeah.
And St. Louis Park led.
Yeah. You had the Irondale game, and it just hit was 14-13 for a while, or
right. This is a keeper. Romero's pulled down, tried to pull him down, but Romero just keeps dragging the defender. That was Brecky who was being dragged by Romero, and 5-yard gain for the Orioles.
Yeah, we'll see what the if the Orioles can build on the momentum of stopping that touchdown-saving catch to end the first half by Bauer.
And DeLaSalle's done a great job keeping Howard out of action. Howard, the leading receiver for the Orioles, but again, Orioles only had a couple possessions in that first half, mostly because DeLaSalle had such a time of possession on their 3 possessions.
Yeah, you mentioned those first 2 possessions. They went 98 yards and 77 yards for touchdowns.
This is the keeper, Romero.
Good fake that time as he goes off the left side and gets several yards, but
yeah, they faked the inside handoff to Morrison, and Romero follows the blocker, but it's going to bring up a 3rd down, maybe about 1.5 yards to go here.
Real happy that we didn't have any delay this game, as the last time I was up here in the press box, of course, we had the lightning strike, and we all had to make our way over to get some yogurt across the street. I hope to see Mr. Howard more involved in the second half. Though you mentioned,
is that why you were hoping that there's some lightning tonight, so you get a little yogurt in the middle of this game?
Any excuse to eat, Bruce.
This is going to be another keeper. Romero gets to the outside, another flag.
Looks like an inside hold, perhaps a personal foul. I hope we can get Howard sprung free in this second half. Though we mentioned 34 catches, 574 yards, averaging 17 yards, as you do have a hold on St. Louis Park.
Yeah, I think this is going to be on Santine Thornton.
Oh, you do you?
I do.
On Santine Thornton. Let's hope it is on Santine. We don't want to give it to somebody else accidentally. There you see back walking it off. Going to make it
very, very tough penalty now because it's
3rd and 12. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, Bruce, are you getting background sound in your headset? I'm hearing talking in my headset.
I am. Sounds like a TV show going on there.
It sounds like the Joker's Wild, perhaps.
I think it's Gambit.
A couple of dated references to old game shows up here.
For Howard. Oh, this is a lot of pressure.
Wow, they come with the blitz up the middle, and there we've mentioned his name several times, but it's that C.J. Kreiner is all over the place. Yeah, 57 Thompson in that play as well.
Yeah, this looked like it was going to be
But Kreiner was in there in a half a second. I mean, he literally beat his man. Looked like he beat Zach Hatcher and Ahmed within a heartbeat.
So Orioles will have to punt for the first time in this game, and this will be Romero.
Yeah. Always nice to have the quarterback as your punter, too, but on 4th and 20 from your own zone, he's going to let it go.
Should be J.T. Baker back. It's not a bad punt right there, and that could
take
an
roll,
Orioles.
yeah. Boy, look
Baker
at that. That's a
let
50-yard punt nearly with the roll. 25 and 24. That's a 49-yard punt if my St. Louis Park math is correct.
Yeah, big punt by Romero, and JT Baker unable to stop that one, and he had to just back out of the way. Otherwise, that ball could have hit him. So,
found out at halftime that JT Baker's nickname is JT Baker, the touchdown maker. Don't know how often he gets to utilize that nickname during Islander games, but
they have the Booker, the Baker, and
the Candlestick Maker. Just having some fun last regular season game. Glad you could join us here on Park 16. We are live Wednesday night.
Handoff. This is Booker.
Booker
and Kaplan in on the tackle at about the 31-yard line.
We don't have official stats, but he must have had a good 80, 90 yards rushing in the first half, I would have guessed, Bruce. So building on that again for the junior Booker. Junior Booker. Sage Booker. Never met anyone named Sage before. There's all kinds of unique first names nowadays we never used to hear back in the day. Oh, that's true. Yeah, there you go. Too. I guess I wasn't thinking that. Right?
Booker trying to get outside, close to that first down. I think he's going to be a little bit short.
I think that was Brecky actually, Bruce. Not to correct you, but you very rarely make a mistake. But it was Brecky off the left side.
It's getting out of my territory of being able to see that far down the field.
You've got 20/20 vision, and we all know it. You see 77 Charlo. He's the big tank for them. Listed at 6'6", 315 from that right tackle spot. I think he's more in the 6'6", 340 range.
Trips to the near side, including Baker and Brecky. And fake handoff, Frazier. And Frazier has to go out of bounds.
Boy, Lopez Barrera from his outside linebacker spot. Great pursuit. Cuts the angle down, forces a loss on the play.
They did a great job also stepping up into the play. That time was number 2, Deontay Stewart. You see Stewart come at the end there.
Yeah, Stewart comes.
So a loss of 2 yards, second down, 12 to go. Islanders have not had to punt in this football game. High snap for Frazier, quick pass to the near side, and it's dropped by Baker.
Oh, Baker, the touchdown maker, not going to make it there.
Number 7, Frazier pass.
I think if Baker had caught that football, he may have had some room to run, but it's the second drop I think we've seen for him in this game, and we'll bring third down, 12 to go. These are plays that DeLaSalle is able to make earlier on. St. Louis Park needs to get a stop here.
This would be the first stop of the game. The first half ended at the 1 yard line. They ran out of time, so 4 wideouts on the play, 2 split top half, 2 on the bottom.
John, you were generous with the 1 yard line.
It was.
Back to pass over the middle, and
what a catch! Oh, he dropped it. He had that. Booker had that whole time, but it got pulled away. We got to find out who the coverage man was on that.
Yeah.
Booker is down.
He was sandwiched in that play.
Don't mean to get so excited. I just thought I saw a wonderful catch, and indeed, better defensive sequence to lodge that ball away. And indeed, it wasn't Booker. It was Baker. He did it. I literally thought he had it almost the whole way, but I don't know. So they will have to punt here. We'll take a look at the Islander kick unit. Is that Johnny Sorensen back to receive here? What number do you have for the punter here? Is that Francois, the Frenchman? That is Francois. Yeah. Knuckleball. I should get a roll on that. Oh, it hit off the Islander player. That should be up on the 43.
Yep, so they'll mark it where it.
Yep, it should be marked up at the 43. Boy, they just lost 16 yards by that hitting. A young man not paying attention and the ball hitting off him.
So good field position for
Here's
the St. Louis Park
replay.
Orioles.
Here's the replay again. Good angle here. Let's see if we can see what happens. He goes over his head, over his shoulder, has the ball, and the Oriole player takes it away right as he's coming down. Great job on the camera angle. Was that
number 12?
Yeah, that was Indeedy Doody Daddy.
Ron Adams again.
Indeedy Doody Daddy.
Who was that?
Indeedy Duty Daddy. Another
Oh,
low snap
yeah.
by Donahue.
And a great run by Morrison.
Boy, and we should make sure we give shout outs to Romero. That's at least the 4th snap of the game that has not been in a good location. That's one tough thing for the center when you're constantly shotgun snapping. Here, this one's down and low again. Look at that.
Brady.
Man, that's almost on the ground, and he picks that off. Good work on the camera angle, Paul, and your slow-mo crew. Really, we've got some of the best in the industry working here at Park 16.
Mike Donahue, the center for the Orioles, struggled a little bit on some of those snaps.
Is he any relation to Tim Donahue, the longtime St. Louis Park coach? I know the Donahue boys are younger, Tim's sons.
The keeper, Romero, trying to get a block to the outside.
Wow, he got 3-4 yards, and he utilized his speed.
Number 10, Romero on the keeper.
That's just the size of Romero, and they're going to call it a first down for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Yeah, it looked like Baines Marsh, defensive end, making the play. But yeah, it was good speed utilized. So Park benefiting from that, cutting the 15-0, really quite a momentum switch the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of this half so far, Bruce. You had the Sorensen 40-yard catch down to the 1. Orioles punch it in, and then the hold on the last play of the half. Now the stoppage.
Romero back to
Looking
pass.
for Howard.
He's got Howard, and just had to turn around a little bit to get that football.
Number 10, Romero's pass intended for number 5, Howard calls it complete.
Howard had a step, but thrown.
And the hard part there is Howard's pushing with that right hand to create some space, but he's pushing on the inside, and he's looking on the inside until the very end here. That's a real tough. You need to know that ball is going to be thrown over your outside shoulder almost, and if you're going to look that way. It's tough to adjust. Tough to adjust in midair, right, Bruce?
And really, the Orioles have not been able to get Howard freed, and that time they had a little bit of one-on-one coverage.
I'd like to see him go to Kaplan here, mismatched size-wise against the corner. You got Zoe, number 18 here.
There's Romero.
He's
Romero
got
has
space.
room. Cuts to the
He's
outside.
gone. He is gone.
I don't think he's gone, Johnny. Well,
He is gone, baby. Oh, down to the 5. He finally got some. I got a little too excited there, but he busted it up. Kaplan with a nice job holding his block here as well. Oh,
and
long
maybe
penalty.
holding his block.
Good
We've had
fake.
a lot of penalties on the big plays. It'd be a first down for the Orioles, though, where the holding occurred. Oh, see, is it late?
Nice job blocking downfield by Sorensen as well there. So what do we get? I don't think there should have been a penalty foul, anything called on St. Louis Park there. I have to question that foul. I have to say that.
These refs have called a lot of holding.
They have. They've got. I don't know if they don't get to the laundry very often, but they sure are throwing a lot of laundry out there. I'll tell you.
Orioles first down.
Yeah. Loss of about 25 yards on the foul because it's going to bring the ball back to the 31-yard line, but instead of on the 5. But at least to St. Louis Park and Romero with the first down here. Thanks for joining us this Wednesday night.
Howard to the near side, Sorensen to the far side. Hand off Morrison, big hole, and Morrison out across inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. And another first down for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Quick handoff to the up man right behind Donahue and off the left side there. Nicely done by Krishan Greer on the tackle, the sophomore. I tell you, nice job by Santine Thornton holding his block there.
This time again to Morrison. So again, this is where the Orioles set up with running Romero so many times. Now, instead of running Romero, they hand off to.
That sounds like a sitcom, running Romero.
And then they give it to Morrison, and now we'll see if Romero takes the ball here.
Right, exactly. Well, they've got some good, Orioles have 4 seniors on that starting offensive line with Thornton, Donahue, Hatcher, and Ahmed, and they've got a bulk. The worry I had was DeLaSalle's defense really wasn't even on the field hardly at all in the first half. So trips on the bottom of the screen here, including Kaplan and Barrera here.
St. Louis Park trying to tie the football game here. Back to pass. Romero throws and intended for Howard, incomplete. Defending on the play that time was number 3, DeAndre Wade.
You know, he's got 3 wideouts on the bottom of the screen on the short side here, but he's really trying to get him one-on-one with Howard here. And he indeed does have it, but the linebacker doesn't really support the position there. So yeah, he had him open there on the angle.
I think a little bit of pressure late. Romero seemed to fall down as he was throwing the ball. McKee in the backfield. Romero, same play.
Oh, nice job by Wade to get the hand in that time. If indeed that was Wade. No, that was 3. That was, yeah.
Number 10, Romero's pass intended for number 5, Howard, broken up by number 3, Greer.
I think that time, if you would lead Howard just a little bit more, I think Howard could have had that.
Maybe that just wasn't a deflection at all and went right off his shoulder pads. Or you think it was Paul with the crack crew down on the sideline.
So Romero back to pass. Now he got. Can he get the outside?
No, he's going to try. He's got the corner.
Romero
He's got
is in.
Pay dirt, Oriole Nation. Pay dirt. Nice to see. I didn't think he had an angle on that at all.
So St. Louis Park, both their touchdowns coming on 4th down plays, Johnny. That's big.
Yeah, and all, you know, down 15-0. St. Louis Park. We'll see if they go for 2 here. Looks like they will as Romero's out there getting called from, I see Clint Ewald out there along with Ben Wolf, the Wolfman. Arsenio Richardson doing the dance down on the sidelines. Look at Arsenio, he's popping up, popping the moves.
This is a case where we'll see if Orioles have liked to have Romero keep the football here.
Right, and Orioles going for the advantage here. 3 on the short side of this field again. Everybody, Howard on the top side. We'll see if they got Howard one-on-one up there. He's
Romero
looking for
back
him.
to pass.
No.
Throws.
Oh,
He's got
nicely done. Oh, another flag.
No, this could be interference on the defense. So.
You think so? Thrown right. The flag was thrown right by the back judge. Or
it's either on Howard pushing off or they'll call it.
Oh, a blow to the head, perhaps.
Okay.
All right, so the Orioles up 16-15.
First lead of the game for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. And there you see the late blow to the head and the official calling that. And we've got a barn burner. Make sure, if you're watching tonight live on Channel 16 on Wednesday, alert the family. Alert whoever needs to be alerted that this is the last regular season game and the Orioles trying to build some more momentum after last week's win.
Good throw by Romero that time.
Isn't it interesting how almost that whole offensive sequence, the Orioles went with the running on the short side of the field. We had 3 wideouts on the short side, and then we isolated Howard on the top of the screen every play to try to see if we could, because they weren't providing any safety support to Howard, so we just took advantage of it. So,
John, and now with that penalty being marked off, St. Louis Park will be kicking from Islander 45.
I could get it to the 20 even here. I could even make it to the 20 right now.
Here's where I like to see an onside kick try because...
Oh, yeah. What do you got to lose? They only got... There's a pooch to the 10. God, he only got it to the 15.
Oh, fumble.
Homaruski. Oh, he ran into his own man, too.
And now he gets some flags.
Wade. Wade gets the pooch at his 15, but runs into his own man.
We saw a late flag come down. Personal foul, face mask on the Orioles.
So we give you 15, you give us 15, we're back to a net 0.
Now's about where you could have done that onside kick, a little poocher through there.
I know that's the mentality you bring to the table, Booth. Always aggressive Hoberman, they used to call you. Always aggressive Hoberman. AA-B, AA-H.
You got more names for me, Johnny.
I need you to come up with something for me, Bruce. All right.
John's playing Saturday night at the
at the nursing home, perhaps.
There's a keeper Booker and a gang tackle by the Orioles.
So we'll see how the Islanders respond to this. You know, 2 touchdowns on 2 long drives, a 70-yard drive, a 98-yard drive in the first half. But then once we hit the 4-minute mark, on what we all will have to remember, at 4th and 11 throw to Johnny Sorensen on the half-yard line on the 4th down play, and then going in from there, and then stopping them.
That's right.
Yeah, and then stopping them on the half-yard line by Bowers. Great job to push him back out of the end zone.
Now, this game very easily could be 23-6 or 23-6.
Yeah, that touchdown there would have made it 21, 23-8 going into the half. Absolutely.
Keeper, Frazier.
Uh-oh, big room there. Oh, a nice job on the Bauer, who we called his name about the play before. If Bauer doesn't make that shoestring tackle, he's to the house, I think, here.
That time DeLaSalle brought Anthony Hines Jr. In the backfield and set up the block to spring Frazier, and Frazier, good game.
Nice job tackling that time too. Bauer goes roughly knee high and then rides that tackle all the way down to the ankle as he put both arms around it. That's the way at Westwood Junior High they taught it.
Anthony Hines Jr. in the backfield, and he gets the football.
89. Look at Hines
Jr.
Oh, Hines Jr. He almost made some ketchup out of him on that play.
89, Hines Jr. on the carry. Brought down by number 12, Adams.
I always like Del Monte better.
Hines Jr. stopped by Devontae, not Del Monte.
Sorry about that. What do we know about Hines Jr., you're asking? Well, Hines Jr. is listed as a cornerback, but he's a 5'8 senior. To me, he looks bigger than that, but 4 wideouts again, 2 top side, 2 on the bottle. Here's
Brecky. This is Brecky to the near side. And Brecky will get out of bounds after gaining a first down. And time to talk about another senior for the Orioles, Michael Howard. Parents Katrina Morgan and Keyshawn Howard. Or actually his brother's Keyshawn Howard. His favorite quote, "If you're afraid of failure, you don't deserve to be successful." That's from Charles Barkley. "I play football because I love the game." And advice to young players, just have fun. Thanks to his friends, family, and coaches for believing in him. Brecky again.
Brecky gonna get 4 on first down. They like
Brought down by Morrison that time, Jim.
I'll let you continue with
No,
your
you're okay.
senior
How
spotlight.
about you?
Yeah, the next senior spotlight, Arfat Jelani, number 6. Arfat was escorted out of the field by his brother Emron Jelani. I think Emron played football here too, if I'm not mistaken. The grind doesn't stop, the tee stays green, and the lines stay roaring. I play football because one altogether team sport, it's the best sport, period.
Brecky in the backfield, he gets the football. Just follows the left side of the line for a few.
A little bit more about Jelani. His advice for young players is football teaches life lessons. Cherish every moment. Cherish every play. Thank you to my teammates, parents, and coaches for supporting me in my Oriole challenge. So he feels like he was challenged as an Oriole.
3rd down, 3 yards to go for the Islanders here. Ball at the 37-yard line. And we give to Booker. Booker with a nice hole gets the first down as he gets out to the 30-yard line.
3rd and 4, and they get 6-8 yards.
And we got Logan Romero, quarterback for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Takes 2 to tango is his favorite quote.
Really?
He plays football because he loves it. Advice to young players, find a hill, go run up it, don't be soft either. So he thanks his fans for supporting him through everything. Brecky.
Yep, they went misdirection off the right side that time. He only got a couple there, but that's
Kaplan in on the tackle along with Zach Canati.
I think we have a timeout here. I don't know if it's officials timeout or I think we do have no, DeLaSalle did take a timeout here. He went right over to the bench after that play. I mean, he didn't even slow down walking, so he must have seen something he wanted to discuss. Maybe
I think
some
we have
audibles.
a penalty. We have a penalty, John.
Oh, we do on top of that. Okay.
I think that's
it was unsportsmanlike. Yeah, because he put with both arms out. I thought for a second the officials said it was a DeLaSalle timeout.
so second long. Howard, score of the baseball game? Howard, what's the score? 4-0. Cubs, 4-0.
Oh, a double reverse on the inside.
Yep, inside reverse.
That was nicely executed too.
Another flag.
Boy, I don't know what the over and under was on penalties, but if you had 25, you're definitely going to go for the over. That was a nicely executed inside and a hold on DeLaSalle. Got to bring it back because on that second down play, they got a good 18-yard gain. Nicely done on that inside handoff and then the reverse. You got to time that just perfectly too, so your wide receiver in motion can come back and receive that and be open to receive the secondary handoff. Boy, talk about another big play. It's gonna make it. What do we got? 2nd and 29. They got to get 32 yards. Yeah,
20-yard line.
2nd and 32.
Minute 8 to go here in the third quarter. Back to pass. Throws the screen to Booker. Doesn't get going here as the Orioles.
And Adam Bauer on the late, we got to give some props to Adam Bauer on the late blitz there as he really had to rush that throw. We do have a Islander down out here. Kaplan, as he does every week with a lot of tackles, getting some help from his friends.
Yeah, that's Brecky. That's a player that the Islanders cannot afford to lose. He plays both sides of the ball.
Yeah, the quarterback got hammered by Bauer there. Good call, Paul, on that insight.
Take a look at our quarterback again, Frazier.
Ooh. He really, you got to give a shout out to the quarterback that time. He really released that ball nicely, Frazier, considering he got popped. So this might be the last play of the half here, or excuse me, the third quarter. We're under 45 seconds.
If they do put the ball up here, it'll be 4th down.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll play it conservative. It's 3rd down and 36, so.
Back to pass.
13,
thrown over the middle.
He threw into 5 players that time. He had no business having that not get intercepted as Francois came in as the relief pitcher, so to speak.
What a great job swarming the receiver by the Orioles that time. It wasn't just one player, it was 3 or 4.
The Frenchman comes flying in off the bench.
Here, watch
look at
3.
that coverage.
Yeah.
If that ball would have been completed, literally, you should have taken Francois to Las Vegas next week, Bruce.
Probably would have gone to France. High snap.
Oh, almost a block and almost. That ball almost hit the Oriole player. Wow.
Yeah.
It almost hit Morrison. And I tell you what, nice. I got to give a little shout out to number 6, Arpad Jelani. He almost blocked that punt, but he knew he wasn't going to get an angle on it at the very end, and he made sure not to run into the kicker.
It was a great job by the punter, too, to field that ball. We've seen,
we've
seen some high and low snaps in this game, and part of it maybe is just the weather's getting a little bit cooler. And
there's a nip in the air, if you will. The 21 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. If you just tuned in, the Orioles down 15-0 have put 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point plays up and now are in the driver's seat.
Oh, fumble.
No. Oh, I jinxed it. I'm sorry, I jinxed it.
And now the Islanders in the driver's seat, John.
God, I am so sorry, fans. I was just excited about the advantage. And
hold on, we're going to turn off the mic for our color person for the next. We're just
literally within a second.
We're just going to turn off the mic. I'll be doing the rest of the game here. So
yeah, you will be. And the worst part about that was the ball was in. Looked like Romero put it in his breadbasket, and then I don't know if Romero didn't think he had it or because he kind of partially pulled it back out, like he wasn't sure he had it. And that thing, talk about a gift. I mean, it's not the holiday season yet, but it bounced right into the hands of the.
Yeah, it was number 22, Xavier Roberts.
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to Zolly Kaplan, number 18, one of the seniors on senior night. We talked about all the tackles he's made. 11 tackles last week, leads the team in tackles. He's also a good tight end. He was escorted to the game tonight by his mother, Julie Hassan. His favorite quote is, "When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful." That is a lot of determination.
It sure is.
And I play football because I love the game, and I love to hear Bruce Hoberman comment on my games. Advice to young players: always work as hard as you can with the time you have, and don't be soft. Thanks my family for always supporting me. And then also, I want to make sure to do Noah Fracassi, because I know his mom, Kelly Fracassi, because Ryan played with Jordan. Jordan was here at Park. You might remember Al Fracassi. His father was also a Park athlete back in the 80s. Played football. You're looking like you're nodding like you did.
I do.
Favorite quote for
I do.
Noah
Sorry I didn't
Fracassi?
answer you on that.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world go blind, from Gandhi. Wow, he's pretty prophetic. And then he also loves playing football because why, Bruce? He loves to hit people.
That's quick.
Quick Booker for 12. Anyway, last thing on Fracassi was his advice to young players is go to practice, stick with it, and he wants to thank Logan Romero for making him play football.
We ran a quick play that time at the start of the quarter, so. Booker in the backfield. Francois hands off.
Sage getting the call. Sage really pushed it. I don't officially know what the stats are, but he's got to be up over 130, 140 for rushing.
Runs out by number 6, Jelani.
Evan Francois in the backfield, hands off.
Uh-oh. Boy.
Number 1, Booker on the carry.
Yeah, Booker again, just that quick goal up the middle and gets in deep in Oriole territory here.
So we already mentioned that a couple of the Islanders' position players of quality banged up, as you've had Frazier out of the game and then Brecky out of the game. Don't want to see anybody go down further. What a momentum turner. The Orioles with the hold on the 4th and 32, but then the fumble on the first play. It's like we're going to have an official
timeout for a measurement.
Then we're going to get measurements. We'll take time to keep going through the seniors. And Josiah Morrow, senior for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Josiah plays basketball and football, and his favorite quote, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. I play football because I love the game and have been playing pretty much my entire life. Advice for young players, work hard, don't be scared on the field to be a dog. Thank you to my family for supporting me.
So did get the first down there, Bruce, as you were reading off Mr. Morrow's bio.
Got a lot of measurements in this game. A lot of penalties too. Handoff. Diving for the end zone.
I think he might have got it.
He's down short.
Boy, they don't like to give him the end zone, but I thought he crossed the plane
as well. That was
well.
Xavier Roberts, number 22.
We haven't called his number very much today, but Roberts going off that right side. When you got a big hoss on that right side like Zach Charlow, you're going to take advantage of that big apple.
Interesting, Booker not in the game. They're going with Francois and Roberts, and he's going to be in the end zone.
Roberts with they love running when they need a yard. They're going off the right side behind Marsh and Charlow. And when you're 330 like Charlow is, you've got some beef, and you can push it back for a yard or two and find the promised land. So I'm assuming as a 21-16 margin here, they're going to go for 2 to probably try to push it to 7. We will see here, running back and forth on the sequence. Yeah, I don't see Francois on the field, so like we got the kicking unit out there for the extra point.
They may have to call a timeout here if they don't move quickly here.
Francois is out there, so they're going for 2. Yeah, they're going to try to go on that 5-point advantage, which doesn't do you much good.
Francois rolls.
Oh!
And it's deflected.
Yeah.
Nice defensive play that time by the Orioles.
Yeah.
That was
number 13, Francois' pass calls.
number 12, Karan Adams again.
Adams with a nice job stepping up.
2-point conversion is no good.
So still 10:29 remaining, and the Orioles, really some bad luck there as they get the fumble on the bad exchange there between Romero. And it looked like to me that he tried to pull the ball back, like almost he wasn't see if it was secure in the breadbasket there, but still plenty of time, and this game really means a lot. Hey, how about a senior spotlight on the center, Michael Donahue, number 50. Michael Michael's dad is Kevin Donahue. That actually has to be Tim's older brother, because I remember there was a Kevin, I'm pretty sure. And his favorite quote is, if you're going to go through hell, keep going. Keep going, keep going. I play football to learn how to work with others while being able to let out my aggression. Don't make Coach Clint Ewald mad, is his advice. Do not cross Ewald. That's his advice. And thank you, Jennifer, for signing me up for football. Jennifer is his mom.
Parker Ellis will kick. We haven't had very good kicks here. Let's see what happens this time. Another short kick. Filled it at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it was only, oh, we got a late flag there. I don't know if we have a hold or a face mask.
Yeah, one or the other. We'll see.
So a lot of laundry. I really wish we had a statistician on site. I miss the old days when Jordan Holberman was out here, and Jordan would do stats for us, compiling data, rushing stats, couple of spotter. We're going to see the fumble again on the sequence. To me, it looks like Ramirez just holds this a lot longer than he does normally on his things. He pulls it. See, he literally pulls back on it a tad almost. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't sure he had it, and obviously I take full responsibility for my role in that fumble.
Well, let's see if the Orioles can recover from that blunder that you had happen, John.
No, it wasn't a blunder. It was a boo-boo.
And so now the face mask penalty is giving the Orioles good field position here at the 48. And this is Romero has outside. Oh, he was just looked like he was going to have more yardage than he did, and he got taken down at the 41-yard line.
Hey, I know we have a lot of guys to go through. 2nd and 5 here. How about Hassan Ahmed? His motto, live every day as if it was your last. He plays football because he grew up playing it and watching with his family. His advice for young players, keep yourself healthy and make sure you don't have any regrets. Thank you, Barlin, for being there. Barlin is his sister.
Orioles 2nd and 5, low snap. McKee spins.
Number 15, McKee.
McKee on the
gets
carry.
to the 40-yard line, taken down by...
Yeah, I think that was Riley Spielman. Loose relation to former Ohio State All-American. Was that Chris Spielman?
McCarthy Kern in on the tackle. We're seeing a lot of different defensive players than what started the game right now for DeLaSalle.
Yeah, they're switching it around. Kaplan back in the game here, as well as Lopez Barrera.
Sledge was getting a lot of carries early on in the season. He hasn't really
No, we
seen any
haven't.
action.
We haven't talked about the sister lately.
Handoff Morrison. He's got a hole. Morrison with the first down to the 30-yard line.
You know, and except for the one catch, one thing I wanted, we haven't seen Howard with many receptions. And Johnny Sorensen, correct me if I'm wrong, but he just has the one catch for the 40 yards. I don't think we've thrown to him a lot this game either, have we?
No, we have not.
No. Take a look at what
And the Orioles have been able to run the football in this game, and probably one of their better running games that they've had this season. So they're keeping it on the ground as much as possible here. 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go here. 21-16. Romero with the keeper, and he's pulled down.
Yeah. 23 and 15 on the stop that time for the Islanders. I believe you had
McCarthy
Josh
Kern.
DeLaSalle along with McCarthy Kern, sophomore.
Second down.
So 8:13 and counting. Ball down on the Islander 32-yard line.
See if the Orioles put this one up in there. And they have Howard lined up on the near side, Sorensen on the far side.
And
Looks
just
like
pretty
single
much
coverage.
Single coverage again. They're using a lot of they're using their free and strong safety almost for more run support.
Back to pass, looks Howard's way, but throws underneath. Oh, and that's McKee. And McKee had a lot of room. He definitely would have had the first down, but was tripped up.
He had to turn his hips and body around to catch this ball, and then when he did, it put him off balance. Take a look.
Great play by the Orioles that time.
He ends up doing a 360 because that ball's on his left hip and left shoulder here. We wanted it on his right side. So 3rd and 4. I think it's 2-down territory here anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Orioles run.
Definitely is, and we'll see. Handoff McKee.
Oh,
fumbles
no.
the football, and it's recovered.
McKee again with the second fumble of the half.
Fumble on the play.
Slamming his hand down on the ground there. So
Could it have been that 2-down territory?
So that's too bad for St. Louis Park.
Yeah, turnovers will, can cost you. And
Just
again,
like-
St. Louis Park with a couple big turnovers.
And he's going off the right side here, and we'll see. He goes down at the very end. Two guys make contact with him, include I don't know if anybody hit him right on the ball, but it looked like 80, maybe 87.
Well, it's interesting
80s
because it's
I don't
interesting.
even see 87 on the roster.
McKee had one long run, but Morrison has been the big guy getting that yardage.
Yeah,
they
and
didn't
then
go with Morrison that time. They went with McKee and fumbles the football. But
Here's that backup that we talked about earlier, is
Right.
Xavier Roberts. He's a linebacker, the junior, but he busted up for a dozen. And what a momentum change. The Orioles rattle back after being down 15-0, claim the 16-15 lead, make the stop, get the ball back, fumble, touchdown, fumble. Islanders going the other way again.
I like what they're doing. They're bringing in their junior to get some playing time. They're bringing in some other running backs in a close game, so it's not.
Well, and we never really did get a.
There's
Xavier Roberts again for another 8-10 yards. Going to be 9. We don't know if Deshaun Frazier, the starting quarterback for DeLaSalle, is hurt or just banged up, but he's also a junior, and Francois got a better throwing arm. Maybe they feel like they confuse St. Louis Park a little bit more with his throwing arm. I'm not sure, but. And we didn't get a report on Brecky at all. Have not seen him back in the game. 16 lined up. That's Nellen Wright on the bottom of the screen, lined up at one wideout slot.
There's Xavier again as he tries to get outside.
Emmett Smith. He's got Emmett Smith moves as he gets 15 yards. We're in number 22 that time. Emmett always used to put it on the left side. Remember, he never switched it over to the right arm.
Right.
Always drove after the left arm.
That's what the Orioles need to hit that left arm and see if they can.
Yeah, pry that free. That was a nice jump move to get. And then he built. You got to give him credit. He got through 2 tackles to get that first down.
And a lot of it was J.T. Baker making sure he didn't get called for a hold that time. He did a nice job just sort of staying in the middle of the play, not letting the defender get to the running back.
So another big gain, another first down. Both teams with 3 timeouts, but we're under 6 minutes, and Islanders moving again.
Well, good to see Brecky back in the game. He gets the football.
Yep, he's going to get just a 3-yarder there, but nice to see as he's back in the game, goes off that right side. We mentioned, I don't know if we have an update from the second half from the Cooper Spring Lake Park game, but we had a score earlier that Spring Lake Park up 34-26 as both teams undefeated in the section. And somebody, and I believe Spring Lake Park ranked 3rd in the state for 5A.
It's a good football game, high scoring.
Yeah.
There's Brecky.
Number 5, Brecky on the carry.
Another flag. It had been too many plays since we hadn't had a penalty, so I was feeling the officials needed to get involved in the game more and throw a penalty flag.
Holding, which is a break for the Orioles right now.
10-yard penalty. Ruby second down.
Not sure if this is a commission-oriented refereeing crew, if they're paid on commission based on how many flags they throw. But if they are a sales-oriented crew and get commissions, they obviously have earned a nice bonus tonight. Bruce just kind of smiling. He doesn't know what to say at this point. And how can you blame him?
Take it from here, Johnny.
Oh.
Ball at the
commission
46-yard line. We know we're not on commission, that's for sure.
Paul, are we getting any commission? Oh,
high.
There's Kaplan as he often does with another big tackle.
He almost got his hand in the face mask, though, when he first came in there.
Yeah, good point. Zolly really beat his man from the outside linebacker spot. Not sure if any of you picked him up on the block, but Xavier Roberts, he was in there with it. Oh, did he get part of the face mask?
He may have.
It was out. Thank you, Paul Broden and crew in the truck. So 3rd down and a big 18, and that was a huge stop. Big timeout. Do we see what team took the timeout, gang?
That was an injury.
Injury timeout. Oh, Roberts, a little bit banged up there.
Let's take a look one more time here, see if we see the.
There's Kaplan. Yeah, good
Right.
call, Paul. He
Paul.
just, boy, does he have strong
You
fingers.
know what it was? You know, he got the
What was it?
jersey. He got the jersey, but
What
Roberts
was it?
put his hand up to his face. Right after he got the jersey, watch Roberts. Puts
Oh,
his,
that was
puts his
good. It was
right
good.
hand up
He
to
should
his
go
face.
into acting. He tried to fake it out like it wasn't.
No, you went to too many. You've been to all those wrestling matches lately.
I've
Johnny,
seen a
I
lot of
think
fakeness. Yeah, a lot of fake plays. So third and
down,
18.
26.
26. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh,
Francois delayed handoff.
Oh,
Orioles can not give
Brecky.
Brecky the side. They do. The
he's going to
sideline.
get some
Oh,
gain. So he gets some of it back.
Number 5, Brecky in the carry, brought down by number 12, Adams.
Karan Adams, who's played a great game,
Fourth
makes the
down.
tackle there. And
Boy, I don't know if you
Fourth
saw
down.
that player or that assistant coach on the DeLaSalle sideline, but he came running all the way down the sideline after the play was ended, going like this, like he wanted the clock to continue. He was so excited the clock was going to continue moving. There's still over 4 minutes to go, so it's not,
Oh, we see a punt here.
So here's looks like Francois back there.
Right. Sorensen
Johnny
stands
Sor-
back at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he's got to move up. I don't think Francois is going to kick it 30, 35 yards. So,
Delay a
too much
game.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe Francois has got a big boot and he wants to kick it more towards midfield.
5-yard penalty.
He's going to air out a 50-yarder with 8-second hang time.
Still plenty of time. 3:51 to go. St. Louis Park with 3 timeouts. They trail by 5 points here. Good
Wow,
snap.
is that
That's
a
good kick.
knuckleball?
See if
Oh,
it
will they get it before? Oh!
Nope.
He tried to throw it backwards and he almost did. That'll be out to the 20, but still a 30-yard net almost on the punt. But for St. Louis Park, a chance to take it to the promised land, take it to the big house. Here's see how close he came to saving this. Now all he needs to do is bat this back before he crosses the goal line. Great camera work. Wow. His foot was on the line anyway. But Francois needed a little more hang time on that. That was definitely not a lot of hang time on that punt.
I think at this point, though, you as a coach, you say, I don't want any returns here. So
Right. Looks like Sorensen and Kaplan line up in the bottom of the screen. Howard on top. And fake to the up man.
Here's Romero.
Again.
Romero works his way to the
Number 10,
26-yard line.
Flag on the play.
Gain of about 6 and a penalty flag.
So the Orioles have made some stops here in the second half, which is nice. Another holding on St. Louis Park. There have been too many plays without a penalty. So want a senior spotlight on Ciantine Thornton, number 54. He was brought up today as a senior by his mom, Carla Thornton. His favorite quote is, "Be water, my friend. Be water, my friend," by Bruce Lee. And then he plays football because it is a way for me to relieve stress and get away from school. Follow your dreams and have a lot of baby powder for UMD. They go up to UMD every summer. And the last thing about him, to his friends and family, they've really helped him follow his dreams.
All right, Johnny, it's first down, 20 yards to go. Orioles are going to run the football and get a few yards here.
And they'll let them do that all day because the Orioles,
Penalty on the play.
another penalty. We've gone almost a play without one.
I think the Orioles hoping for maybe an offside.
Apologize, fans. I know I'm a color man and I'm supposed to be impartial, but the referees really seem to obviously not spend enough time together during the week, and they obviously have to congregate together to call all these penalties. So, what do you think? Here's what what do you think they're talking about out there? Yeah, I don't know if it was a penalty. Yeah, I don't know. What are you thinking? Are you thinking Park Tavern after the game? Bunnies? What are you thinking? Bunnies? I don't know. I like the Park Tavern better. I like the Park Tavern. Bruce, I like the Park Tavern better. No. No, I'd rather go up to the West End. West End is where it's at, guys. West End. Yeah, we don't want to
No,
go.
they're
What about
talking
in
right now.
Hopkins?
We've
What
thrown,
about Hopkins?
We've thrown 18 flags. How are we going to get 2 more flags in before the end of this game to meet our quota?
Are we really going to get paid after the game? Are we going to get paid based on these flags?
Anyone want to go home tonight?
Guys?
No penalty after all
Let's
this.
not even call one now. I feel like I know you guys. You guys are great friends of mine.
Trying to figure out how they move
Now,
it half
if you,
the
I want to
distance
say
we're
that
going.
if you are an official, I was a baseball umpire for 4 years, so I totally respect what that's like. Somebody got ejected. Just somebody got heave-hoed. I wish we had volume. Howard Luloff, will you run down there and find out what happened there? You can't, I know. Maybe you can send one of your minions.
Well, they're moving it against DeLaSalle.
Yeah, they threw somebody right out of the game, and the coach is not.
Personal foul, blow to the head.
Blow to the head.
Penalty.
And a game kicked off. Now, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you get a game DQ in football, it's like hockey, right, where you're out the next game? So he would be ineligible for the playoff game. Now, I don't know if we... Oh! But it's a blow to the shoulder. It's not... He's going for the ball. Well, he's not going for
Number
the ball.
49, C.J. Kreiner. They're
Oh, and they
one of the
can't...
better
He's
defenders.
one of their guys that can't lose either. And he didn't go to the head. He went to the shoulder, if we saw in the replay. Can you show that again, Paul? If we have time, because there's still... Watch Kreiner come up here, gang. Yeah, he comes late, obviously.
Oh, he led with his helmet.
He led with his helmet, yeah. Right on the shoulder. He might have even hit part of his face mask. So he, of course, pleading his case, but it is Kreiner there, and you get a good shot from the camera on him. I'm sure if the coaches get it. And I believe that's head coach C.J. Hallman over there.
Right.
There's Matt Feynman, who I know, one of the assistant coaches. Matt Feynman over there with the headset on for DeLaSalle.
They're not happy.
No, they're not happy at all. But, I mean, you're losing probably your best defensive player. Boy, I don't know. That gentleman, that head coach looks pretty tough. I don't think I'd want to get on his bad side. Yep. Yeah, they no, we should have done another senior spotlight. We kind of blew
Johnny.
it there. How about Coach Ben? No, how about Zach Hatcher? Zach Hatcher's parents are Carrie and Matt Hatcher. Favorite quote: "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." That's what you use in your work world, isn't it?
Excellence.
I play football to stay competitive, and we'll come back to him because we're back to live action.
Okay.
Okay, we'll his advice to young players: always keep fighting, even when it gets hard. And thank you to Coach Ewald for putting up with us and helping us grow into okay football players.
Hey, Johnny, that's the first down they're giving St. Louis Park. So,
Yeah, 3:27 remaining, and that's
so after St. Louis Park had the hold, they were forced with.
God,
This
they're
is
really-
a big play for
what
St.
is
Louis
the
Park. to get
deal
out of
here?
this.
I mean, what is the? I mean, are we trying to end the game after 10 o'clock Central Time Zone? Do we? Yeah,
I think
it's
we
like
can-
the tornado
Johnny,
game.
Go
It's
quick.
like,
I think you can
got
get
time
your,
to get some
your
yogurt over there.
I think you get your yogurt here before they run to the next play. 9:15.
34-32? 34-32. Spring Lake Park hanging on just by a tad up at Cooper in a game of a couple undefeated teams. So we'll see what's going on now. Looks like we do have first down.
St.
They're
Louis
ready.
Park trying to stay warm.
Now the coach mad again about something over there. Hallman's telling him that they've got curfew because they're a Catholic school. Sorry, fans. I hope you're finding some entertainment in this. Paul, I'm not hearing much from you, so I don't know if
He
you're
says
enjoying
the
this or not.
flight's leaving in 9:15.
Yeah. We always are over on the over and unders of the time of games this year.
All right, back to action here.
Oh,
St.
good
Louis Park with the keep. Romero looking for a block.
He got it. Nice,
Number 10 Romero,
really nice.
quarterback keeper.
I don't know if we have that on the replay there, but a nice job on the block there. It looked like, I think it might have been number 26 for St. Louis Park who helps on the lead block. Aaron, that was Sledge. Sledge in the game helped with a nice block there to help free Romero.
Yeah, and McKee is not in the game right now. Morrison is back. And after McKee fumbled the last time, Morrison. Here's a handoff, Morrison. And Morrison was stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. The clock will go down to about 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. St. Louis Park trails by 5. They have the ball now, 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. See if Howard.
Looks like they're going to switch an audible out here. Not sure what the change is going to be.
Jario. And they go to run.
Morrison again up the gut.
Yeah, Morrison getting about 4 yards there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Well, just at 2 minutes. Orioles still with 3 timeouts remaining, though. Need a touchdown to win.
No huddle. And they're going to run it again. This time, Romero. Romero just short of the 1st down, I think.
Orioles might be helped here that it's close to the 1st down. They might get a quick
could get
stoppage.
a good spot here.
Yep, and the clock is stopped for the measurement.
No,
it
it's
looks
short.
like.
It's short by almost.
Well, they're going to measure though. Yeah. So that's a nice little break. The Orioles get an extra timeout here at the 1:57 mark with the measurement.
Well, this could be this big play of the game right now then.
Yeah, it's 4th and a half a yard. I mean, normally you'd go behind the senior Donahue, the center here probably. You just have to get the half a yard. The nice thing about the measurement is the Orioles kind of got an unofficial timeout to make sure the coaches were on the same page. We'll see how far they need to go. Boy, it's a lot closer than I thought. Foot maybe, less than a foot.
Well, here's a situation where you almost got to put Romero under center, otherwise you start like a few yards back.
Right, exactly. Yeah, if you put him in the shotgun, I mean, you could pile 3 guys at the line of scrimmage, and you could bring the linebackers way up and put 10 in the box. See if they put a couple guys right over center Donahue here. I'd put both your nose guard and your tackle. You got 2 guys plus the linebacker right over center. Linebackers are one of the biggest guys here. Now he's audibling out like he's not going to sneak it, but oh, he made it easily there, 3 yards. And the Orioles will get a break on the 1st down here as you get the clock stopped momentarily here.
That's an Orioles 1st down.
And the Orioles do have 3 timeouts left.
1:35, the clock restarting here.
So 1:33.
I still think the Orioles are going to have to try to find Howard. You got single coverage on all the wideouts, all 4 here. Screen pass over here. Well, I don't.
That's a tough play too. Orioles are going to have to take a timeout here.
Yeah, your clock is moving. You get nothing out of that play. And you got single coverage, 4 wideouts. You got to hope your lineman can hold the blocks long enough so that you can at least get something there.
Well, what we've seen too is that they've teed off on the quarterback, and that's going to be the key here. Is Romero going to have time to throw the football here?
Right. Well, it's Clint Ewald out there along with the Brain Trust, Ben Wolf and company.
Couple turnovers in the 2nd half have resulted in a touchdown for DeLaSalle,
right?
And giving them that 21-16 lead. It'll be see if the Orioles can pull off a little home cooking here with a victory.
Well, and as you mentioned, Bruce, still 2 timeouts in high school football. The clock stops after every 1st down, so you can go right over the middle on a 10-yard hitch pass or even a slant. As long as you get 10 yards, you're going to get the free timeout when the clock stops.
Boy, they stack the receivers on the near sideline.
They love stacking them on the near side. There's actually 4 guys lined up down there. Wow. Nobody on the top of the screen. A lot of space on the left side. I don't know if they're going to run Romero to the left side. Nicely done. Free safety moves up from his safety spot over to play right outside linebacker here. You got 4 linebackers, and he drops off. Going to reverse. Now that's a live ball.
And it's a big play for the Orioles.
Kaplan, 20 yards, and that was a...
And he was nailed at the end of that play.
Boy, and he had to catch that because that was a live ball. He threw it backwards.
Yeah. So watch Romero. The pressure that he had right here was just amazing for him to get that ball off.
And nice move by Kaplan to beat his man on the inside there. I like that too. Oh, why do we got a flag? All he did is ground the ball. What do we have?
They weren't set.
They weren't lined up. Legal procedures. So that's going to push it back 5 yards. Very good point over there, Howard Luloff. Could be costly. So 1st and 15, still 1:05 remaining.
And the clock will run now.
Like to see the Orioles.
Thrown, complete.
Oh,
Barrera breaks the tackle. Jariel, and he goes out of bounds.
What
Lopez
a big
Barrera
play!
at the 16-yard line.
The stiff arm worked to perfection as he gained 22 yards.
That's an Orioles
Missed tackle as he goes low, and then the stiff arm here.
And this is
Look
big
at him ride that stiff arm.
Yeah, it was. Did a great job.
Yeah.
On the defender, number 87.
Well, and you had single, man-to-man coverage and all those guys. I don't know. Still 52 seconds. You're down inside the 20.
With 2 timeouts, if you get close enough, you could almost run the football.
Yeah, you can run it a few times if you want.
Timeout.
They're going to run it here. Morrison for 5. Probably take a timeout, I would assume. You don't want to rely too much on that. Yeah, I've lost 10 seconds to keep running it. I guess they're not going to. Well, I'm surprised they
don't want to let the defense set up. And they're going to hand off again. Morrison.
No,
working his way inside to the 5-yard line.
If he gets the first down, you get the quick 3-second timeout. Are you going to get it? Yeah, 25 seconds, so they got a momentary stop here. But I think he's got the first down, doesn't he?
And that's an Orioles first down.
Stop the clock. Orioles are going to take a timeout here, though, too.
Yeah, so first, is it going to be?
St. Louis Park Orioles.
So it's a first down, but they.
Is it at the 7? Is that the 7-yard line?
6-yard line.
So 1st and goal, and you've got 1 timeout remaining. Really 4 plays here if you can run them quick.
John, we saw at the end of the first half.
We saw that.
We saw DeLaSalle stop just at the 1-inch line, not getting in on their catch. Now could the Orioles win it at the end of the regulation? We'll see.
Well,
it's been a close game.
And nice to see the good draw, and really nice. I think it was first catch of the game as well for Jariel Lopez Barrera, and he beats his man on the coverage there. I think that was Julian Wright that was trying to tackle him with the ankle tackle, and he missed. Then he goes all the way down. So
what I'd like to see the Orioles do here is maybe roll out Romero, and if he doesn't see anything open, if he can't run, then just throw the ball away. So
what I'd like to see him do is just get a touchdown.
Okay. So far, your calls have not been good, John. Just stay quiet here in this situation. Would you please stay quiet? Here's a pass, and it is
not enough loft underneath that to Howard. He needs more loft on that to use the size that Howard has to come down with it. But that's all right. Still got 3, and you still have the option of running here. You've got
very close though.
Yeah, just a tad. You really extended out. I don't mind.
That was thrown where the receiver could get it. That was not a bad play.
No,
Still 20 seconds to go.
Wonder if they're going to run. You obviously have a draw in the cool box, so you got the timeout.
Okay, Johnny, just you watch the play here.
I can't even see the field practically. I'm going to look at the DeLaSalle first. Okay. So what do you got? Kaplan on the bottom of the screen with Lopez along.
Sorensen, the quarterback in the backfield too.
Oh, look at this.
This could be a trick play.
Could be.
Back to pass throw.
Oh, no, he had it in the hands. He had it in the hands, and I believe he dropped it. I'm not sure if the DeLaSalle player got a handle on it, but it'll make it 3rd and goal. Good throw, it looked like here.
Oh, yes. It was there. Howard missed it. The defender had his hand up and may have,
Well, you got third and goal at the 6. Well, still the timeout, so you can still run the ball.
DeLaSalle.
You could still run the ball if you wanted here.
No, St. Louis Park will take it. I think DeLaSalle,
Yeah, you're right. It might have been the linebacker interfering with his field of vision for a second, but that was right on the numbers. That was right on number 5.
I like the DeLaSalle call here. If I'm St. Louis Park, you could run the football here and then call your timeout on 4th down if you don't make it.
Exactly. Park's got options here. They might run a draw play. Park's got options. This is how you excelled in flag football back in 4th grade at Westwood, isn't it, Bruce?
I have to say,
You didn't have this
Not a
many.
flag.
You were more of a tackle guy all along.
That's right. Here's Romero in motion.
Indeed, they are going to run it.
Take it himself. And
Oh, and he
Romero
gets
short.
stymied at the 3-yard line. Gets a few yards.
St. Louis Park will take a timeout with 10 seconds to go. We're down to one play.
Now, what do you do here? You're on the 3-yard line, 4th down.
I do like that call, though. You had to take a chance, see if you could do this. Now I'd say with one play.
Well, somebody's going to go home really happy about the night, and somebody's going to home with a tail between their legs. But no matter what, St. Louis Park battled back and
a great football game.
Came back from 15-0, and another gut check heading into the playoffs next week. Once again, the 3 seed is going to play the 6 seed, and the 4 seed is going to play the 5 seed. We didn't have a chance to finalize some of the senior notices. How about Zach Canati, Bruce? Why don't you tell us about Zach?
All right, for Zach Canati, his favorite quote, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. I play football because I love the game and the team dynamic and intensity of the game. And John, we're gonna hold off on this right now because
I wonder
the
why.
whole night rides on this one play here. We got Morrison in the backfield. Howard to the near side.
Howard and Sorensen. Now St. Louis Park taking the timeout.
No, we get timeout for DeLaSalle. They want to see what
this is like icing the shooter in high school basketball. Go ahead and finish your senior moments.
Advice for young players by Canati. Put in the extra work on and off the field. You won't regret it. Also, high school flies by, so appreciate it and have fun. And thanks to my parents for helping me out. Joe Green Jr.
Mean Joe?
Yep, love life, even though I'm stressed. Logic. I play football because I enjoy the sport. For youngsters, try your hardest. Thank you.
And how about Jordan
Mom,
Hernandez?
for birthing me.
Jordan Hernandez wants to shank his mom, Leah Stroll, and say, get your oar in the water. Just kidding. Rice goes with anything. Just keep swimming. Don't understand it, but whatever, Jordan.
All right, 4th down 4, 21-16, our score, 10 seconds to go. Here's the last play of the game for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Romero under center with Morrison in the backfield. Romero rolls to the near side. He's got pressure, throws, and it's incomplete. And DeLaSalle is going to win this football game.
It was a great idea. He had 2 wideouts down there. As indeed, he had Barrera down there, and he had Howard down there. Watch the replay, though. He goes for the up. Just threw it a little bit behind him, maybe, but possibly catchable. You know, you have to say that. If we could see that one more time, it was behind him a tad. He also had Howard in the corner of the end zone. Let's take a look. I like the fake here.
If you look at the backside, if there's a way to...
Yeah, the ball's behind him there, but it looks like...
Man, he is not happy. He really wanted that one, and now the Islanders can just fall on the football here, and the game will be over.
And that'll do it. So on senior night, a valiant effort that goes down to the last play of the game practically for St. Louis Park. They do stub their toe here on senior night, but there will be another game on Tuesday for the Orioles.
Do we miss one player here, Johnny? Or
I was talking about Jordan Hernandez when we went back to the live action. Jordan says he likes to play football because he likes being part of a team. He grew up with these guys and he wants to show everyone how we've grown over the years as a team. Stay active and don't be a couch potato or you'll end up a lineman. I gotta repeat that. Stay active and don't be a couch potato or you'll end up a lineman.
Well, I guess I'm a lineman now.
I guess I've been a lineman my whole life, Jordan. Thanks for letting me know. What did we get for a final, gang, again?
Well, it's not a final, it's just 37-32.
Wow, quite a game up there. 37-32 Spring Lake Park over Cooper. 44. So Spring Lake Park, unless something miraculous happens, will be the #1 seed in this section. St. Louis Park.
And Spring Lake Park is a team that they may have put 44 points up without putting the ball in the air. They don't.
The way they run, we saw that.
Right.
And Cooper, a good team too. Those two teams, obviously, 2 of the top 10 teams in 5A in the whole state. Boy, they're bringing the soccer net out right away. I guess conversion to soccer, huh?
Yeah, but while we're here, real quick, the spotlight was on the seniors tonight. We want to thank all these seniors and wish them the best of luck in their future careers. They've done a great job during their career and put in a lot of hard work. They may not have had the best record over the years, but that's a team that always fights. And St. Louis Park just doesn't have the numbers really, but a lot of these players play both offense, defense, and play hard. So a lot of credit goes to the St. Louis Park Orioles and their senior staff. So.
And I just want to say this is the last game probably that we're doing. It's really been a pleasure to watch these St. Louis Park players and athletes. So many of the seniors commented on Coach Wolf and Coach Ewald and Coach Richardson, and obviously the love that they have for them. These gentlemen will all still have a chance to practice the next couple days and get ready for Tuesday's playoff game. Check your Minnesota Football Hub website to find out when that game will be. And again, Bruce, it's been a joy. I look forward to hockey season, basketball season with you. Really looking forward to the fall and winter. Remember, if you want to get a copy of this game, go to parktv.org, parktv.org.
Or you can watch the game on parktv.org.
Yep, absolutely. Or you can call Paul at that number with any feedback, 924-2635, or to order DVDs of the game. For senior parents, if you order 3 or more DVDs, I believe they're only $10 a piece. So you can get a DVD for only $10 a piece if the senior parents want to get one too. And once again, really been a pleasure. For Paul Broden, thanks for working with us again this fall, Paul. Thanks again, Bruce.
All right, on behalf of John Fromm and our entire crew here from St. Louis Park on senior night, the final score, DeLaSalle 21, the St. Louis Park Orioles 16. So long.